Quite the little gent, isn't he?
That's what Lisa Addis thought until he tried to kill her.
You seem very sure about this, Liz.
I was the first person to see her, I am sure. He should have got 10 years, not 5.
You're not just going on a hunch?
Hunch? He said he was going to kill her when he got out.
Go. Liz.
I think we've been sussed. Why, Gov? You promised us 2 more days. Why cancel the surveillance now?
I had no choice. I don't like it any more than you do.
He's going to do someone, you know. He's a prime candidate for reoffending.
Liz.
He knew we were there. He looked straight up at the window just before we pulled out.
Look, there's always a chance that what he did to his last victim was a one-off.
But it wasn't, Gov. There were 2 more cases on file.
But they wouldn't give evidence. Look, I know it's painful, Liz. But the truth is, I just don't have the money in the budget. We've had these security vans turned over. I need the bodies.
And that's what I say to Lisa Addis, is it?
Got a new alarm system fitted last week. Takes me with time to remember the code.
Make you feel better?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? It's OK. I don't usually start before 5. You don't?
No.
No need out there. I feel like I'm back to square one.
Well, he knew he was only going to serve 2/3 of his sentence.
It was a joke after what he did. Still, you're watching him.
Sorry. No, we're not. We had to cancel the surveillance.
You promised me, Liz.
I know, I'm sorry.
You know he blames me. Thinks it's my fault he got sent down.
It's not about what I believe.
You think I provoked him. You all do. The judge, everyone. You think I get off on violence or something? Do you think I wanted this?
No, of course I don't.
Wasn't my fault.
I know it wasn't.
He said it was. While he was hitting me. He said that.
It wasn't your fault, Lisa. You know that.
He's insane. He could do anything.
I know.
So why aren't you watching him still?
Listen, if you're worried, then maybe we could...
Oh, please, I can't stand anymore. Just leave me alone.
Oh, great. What's the problem?
Good morning.
Please, you've got to help me. Make them open up.
Do you want to tell us what the problem is,
Mrs. Matthews, it's my daughter, Shona. She hasn't come home. She was at this club last night and she hasn't come back.
All right. How old's your daughter, Mrs. Matthews?
18.
Right, well, it's really not unusual for an 18-year-old to stay out overnight, especially if she's been to a club the night before.
Yeah, well, not Shona. She wouldn't.
Please, that's not going to help. If you give us all the details, then we can help you.
Oh, don't bother.
Mrs. Matthews, listen. I understand that you must be really upset, but, you know, banging on the club door isn't going to help, is it?
Mrs. Matthews?
Nah, forget it.
Right then, the security van jobs. I want every name, I want every detail. Don't want you to leave anything out. Don't make any mistakes, all right?
Sarge. Liz, you OK?
Yeah, great.
You've done all you can. It's the DCI's call. You had your say yesterday.
What, another day, another dollar? I don't think so, Danny.
Come on.
Liz, when you're ready.
He's loving this.
It's not his fault.
No, but he's not exactly broken-hearted about it, is he?
He called the station nearly half an hour ago.
Sorry, we did get here as soon as we could.
I'm sorry for making such a fuss. This is Brian, my husband.
Mr. Matthews?
I was walking back to the club after you saw me. I found her jacket near the off-licence by the bins. There's blood on it.
You're sure it's Shona's jacket, are you, Mrs. Matthews?
Her student card was in the pocket.
We'll need to take it with us.
What time did Shona go to the club?
About 10 last night. She went with her friend Claire. It was Claire's birthday.
I phoned her. She said she saw Shona leave.
She said she left the club about midnight and went to get a taxi. Claire's her best friend. She wouldn't lie.
And Claire was sure that she intended to come straight home, was she?
Where else would she go?
She hasn't taken any clothes with her. Nothing.
Has she seemed her normal self lately?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she worries.
She worries about me. I've got angina.
Does she have a boyfriend?
Not at the moment. She hasn't got time. That's her in the middle.
Right. Do you think we could borrow this picture, Mrs. Matthews?
That's Claire on the right, the one she went out with last night.
Oh. So it was a good party then, yeah?
Yeah, started early.
Who else went with you to the club?
Some friends from college. They left the same time as me.
All right, we'll need all their names, in case we have to speak to them later.
Shaun still hasn't turned up then.
I'm afraid not. Was she wearing a jacket last night when she left the club?
Yeah, her white one. Why?
Her mother found it in Wolfside Street, right next to the club.
What?
You told Mrs. Matthews that Shaun left the club at about midnight, yeah?
She couldn't stand the smoke. She said she had a headache.
And does she get on okay with her parents?
She gets fed up with them fussing. That's all, though.
You don't reckon she would have gone off without telling them?
Not with her dad ill.
You're her best friend, are you, Claire?
I suppose so. We usually get on.
Were you getting on last night?
We were, yeah. I suppose I was a bit fed up that she didn't want to stay on, and I wouldn't have walked out on her birthday do.
I see.
It wasn't a row, though.
OK, Claire, thanks. Let us know if you remember anything. It's OK. See ourselves out.
Her mate said she was getting a taxi home last time she saw her.
Have you phoned around the hospitals?
Yeah, no one answering her description's been brought in.
The River Lounge. That club's a haven for drug dealers.
Yeah, well, it looked like Claire was on more than booze last night.
Trig's flat's only 2 streets away from the club.
Let's not jump to conclusions, shall we?
Like I said, Gov, I'm sure he knew we were watching him. Maybe he'd sussed that we'd pulled out.
John, I want you to leave the security vans for now. Check the club and get this jacket to the lab, see what they make of the blood.
Great.
Do you want me to talk to Trig? See what his movements were last night?
No, I want you to go with John. I'll have a word with Trig. Thanks, George. Di.
Do you recognise her at all, Michelle?
I was heaving in here last night. We were run off our feet.
What's the problem?
I'm DS Boulton. This is DC Rawton from Sun Hill. You are...
Mike Hurley. I'm the manager. OK, Michelle, run along.
We're investigating the disappearance of a young woman called Shaun Matthews, Mr. Hurley. She was in here last night. She's the one in the middle. Do you recognise her at all? Have a good look. It's important.
We get hundreds through here every night. It's the troublemakers I'm looking out for.
Yeah, and you've got more than your fair share of those, haven't you?
No more than anywhere else.
Yeah, but drug dealers really like this club, don't they? It's got quite a reputation.
We've got a very strict policy with regard to drugs.
And it doesn't seem to be working, does it? Not according to our records, anyway.
We're going to need the security tape from last night.
Yeah, and that should make really interesting viewing, shouldn't it? Got any more thoughts, Mr. Hurley?
Yeah, I might have seen her. Hard to be sure. Yeah, it was probably her.
Go on.
Well, she asked for the number of a minicab, so I gave her the one we normally use.
Which is?
Maggie's. The girls like it. It's women only.
Do you know if she rang it?
Well, I think she used the payphone.
OK. Thanks for your help.
Nothing happened to her here, OK? I saw her go through that door.
Well, something must have happened to her. She never went home.
Well, Liz seems pretty certain Trig's up to his old tricks again.
I know what Liz thinks. Let's just see what he's got to say for himself, shall we? David.
Mr. Meadows.
This is DC Glaze.
What's this about?
We're investigating the disappearance of a young girl, Shaun Matthews.
And you thought you'd call on me first?
Just like to have a little chat.
Is this going to happen every time some kid leaves home?
Can we come in?
Doesn't look like I have much choice, does it?
This is Shaun Matthews, the young girl we're looking for.
Right. So what am I supposed to have done then? Kidnapped her? Take a look if you like. Bedroom and kitchen are through there, bathroom upstairs, that's it. Not very much, is it?
So where were you last night?
Here. Watched a bit of TV, then read mostly.
Bit of a reader, are you?
Luckily.
So were you in all evening?
No, I went out for cigarettes. About 10.
Where did you go?
Late night store, round the corner.
And they'd remember you?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm surprised you're staying of an evening. After being banged up for 5 years.
Surprised me as well. But then prison changed me. Inside you're scared of everyone and everything. That feeling doesn't just disappear.
Not scared of women, now, are you? You weren't scared of Lisa Addis. You couldn't have been after what you did to her.
I'd never even hit a woman before.
That's not true. You beat up a female colleague 7 years ago. Completely lost it. And a year later, you assaulted a landlady.
They were arguments, not assaults. They never even got to court.
You made sure of that, didn't you?
Look, I know I have a temper. But I was younger then. I know the danger signals. It's better now.
Is it?
What I did to Lisa was terrible. I deserved to be in prison.
What made you do it?
I loved Lisa. I mean, really loved her. She was the first woman I'd ever felt that way about.
That's the story you told to the court.
You just don't understand, do you? None of you ever understood. You see, I'm not much good with women. I get too involved. But Lisa was special.
She's so special, you half killed her.
You asked me why I did it. I was trying to explain. It was when she told me it was over. She was cradled in the crook of my arm, her head against my shoulder. She was warm and trusting. And then she tells me she's been sleeping with another man. You know, she even told me how good he was in bed, how much better he was in bed. I went berserk.
So you think you paid your dues, do you?
I just want the chance to put things behind me. You see, me and Lisa had been together for months. I do not pick up young girls on the street. I never have.
No. You only try and kill people you know, don't you, David?
Not going to be allowed to forget the past. Am I, Mr. Meadows?
Side entrance. Okay, bottom, buzzer. Yep, okay, right. Yes, love. Yes, we only use women drivers. Okay, I'll send a car round straight away. Carol? Thanks. Okay, bye. Hi, how can I help you?
Are you Maggie Brennan?
That's right.
I'm DS Boulton, Mrs. Brennan. This is DC Rawton.
Maggie. I haven't been Mrs. Brennan for a while. What can I do for you?
Well, Maggie, we need to know if you took a booking last night in the name of Shaun Matthews.
Yeah, I think I did. It's a busy night last night. I'm still recovering. Yeah, outside the River Lounge.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, nothing. She didn't show up.
Really?
Well, I thought she must have got a lift. It's always happening. People don't bother to wait. Why? What's the problem?
Shauna didn't go home last night.
What?
You didn't hang around for her then?
I did, yeah. I never just shoot off.
Maggie, no one's blaming you. We're just trying to find out where she went.
We get a lot of calls from single women late at night. They feel safer with us. It was the whole idea behind the business.
Does anyone else work with you?
Beth, my sister. We take turns on control and we both do some driving. And there's Carol that you saw, and a few others. There were a couple off sick last night.
Don't you get nervous picking up punters late at night?
It doesn't bother me. You don't get many causing trouble. Any sign of it, I sling them out. And the great thing about women passengers is that they wait till they're home before they throw up.
That's true.
I hope you find her.
Thank you.
Maggie's cabs.
Rather her than me.
Okay.
I don't suppose you've considered the possibility that it wasn't Trig.
Yeah, I have, Gov.
Shauna's not exactly his type, is she, Liz?
Look, man, the guy's a psychopath. He gets his kicks out of hurting women. If I hadn't cancelled the offer...
Don't push it, Liz.
Go.
Danny.
There's someone asking for you.
Oh, yeah?
David Trigg.
What does he want?
Do you mind if I join you?
Be my guess.
Danny. She's not doing herself any favours, is she?
How do you mean?
She's been winding the DCI up about Trigg. I don't get it. What's she trying to prove?
Finding out who attacked Shaun.
Hello, David. This is DC Rawton.
I remember you, DC Rawton.
So what is it, David?
I think I saw something last night when I went for the cigarettes.
What was that?
It was maybe a bit later than 10 when I went out.
And you knew we'd discover that when we checked with the shop where you bought your cigarettes. Changing your story already, David?
Go on.
I saw the girl, the one in the photograph. At least I'm almost sure it was her anyway.
Where was this?
Wharf Square.
What were you doing there?
I needed a walk, I needed some air.
So why didn't you tell us this before?
Because I knew I'd be your #1 suspect and I couldn't handle it.
And you think it was Shauna you saw?
Well, I think so, yes. She was with some fella. He seemed to be getting really heavy with her. They obviously knew each other, otherwise I would have stepped in to help her.
What was he like?
Wiry, late 20s, early 30s, fair hair. He kept doing this. Like I said, I think she knew him.
Right, David. Do you mind waiting here while we check it out?
No, of course, I just want to help.
Thank you.
Look, I know what I did to Lisa was terrible. But this time I'm not the man you're looking for.
I can't believe she hasn't turned up yet. I should have made her stay.
Well, we've been given a description of someone she was seen with last night, Claire. We were wondering if it would ring any bells for you.
What's he like?
He's early 30s, he's got a wiry build and he's got swept back, fair hair.
Paul.
Who?
Paul Myers. He and Shona went out for a bit. She finished with him a couple of months ago. He's been giving her hassle ever since.
Did you seem frightened of him?
I don't know about frightened. She was worried, though. Paul's okay until he gets a few drinks inside him. He was really into Shona.
Yeah?
He didn't like her knocking about with any of her old mates, wanted her all to himself.
OK, where can we find him? Mr. Myers, can I have a word with you, please?
You'll have to wait a minute.
Afraid he can't. I'm DS Boulton, this is DC Rawton.
All right, take a break, Jess.
You're a friend of Shona Matthews, aren't you?
So what?
When'd you last see her?
What's it got to do with you?
She didn't come home last night.
I haven't seen her.
You've been trying to see her, though, haven't you?
No, I haven't. Who have you been talking to? Has someone been saying something?
I think we should do this down the station, Mr. Myers. It's a bit more private there.
Do I have to?
Not yet. Is there some reason why you shouldn't?
Sorry, folks. We're gonna have to leave it there. I've got to go and sort something out.
I'd get something for those scratches if I were you. So tell us about your relationship with Shona, Mr. Myers.
We had a bit of a fling, that's all.
Who finished it?
She did. Said there wasn't a future in it.
You wanted there to be a future, though, didn't you?
Like I say, it was just a fling.
But you were upset when she gave you the push, weren't you?
Claire's been mouthing off, has she? Sad cow, she hates my guts.
Why's that?
I went out of her before Shona, didn't I? She's been bad-mouthing me since I dumped her.
Claire's been lying, has she?
Yeah. Reckon she was the one who put Shona off me in the end. Always stirring it up.
Did you try to see Shona last night?
Yeah, I had to. I needed to talk to her.
So what time did you see her?
Late, after closing time.
Had you had much to drink?
A bit.
And how much? A few pints? More?
More, yeah, I don't know, I don't remember. A couple of pints, a couple of shorts. Not much, not really.
So what time did you see her?
About midnight.
So what happened? Did you meet up with her in the club?
No, I was just hanging around outside the River Lounge. I knew she would have been there for Claire's birthday. I know it sounds a little bit sad, but I needed to talk to her.
Did Shona want to talk to you?
She said she had a headache. I said, what about a walk? I didn't force her. It was like before. Like when she wanted me. We just walked for a bit.
Where'd you go?
Wharf Square.
Tell us what happened.
I needed to tell her how I felt. I tried to get through to her. I knew Claire would have been slagging me off.
So did you? Did you tell her how you felt?
No. It was just the usual, you know, me coming on too strong. She couldn't handle it, stormed off. Look, I didn't touch her, all right? I mean, she was OK. We had a bit of a row, but that was it.
You sure about that?
Yes.
How long did you actually spend with her?
I don't know. Can't remember.
Well, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, what?
Yeah, 5 minutes, maybe more. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I had a few to drink, hadn't I?
So you lost your memory now?
No, it's just the details.
How'd you get the scratches on your hand, Mr. Myers?
I don't know.
You can't remember that now, can you?
Look, I just had to make her understand. Shona sees things in black and white. It winds me up.
You hit her, didn't you?
No. Look, I grabbed her, all right? She was trying to walk away from me. I couldn't let her. She was storming off, crying. It made me worse. I wouldn't hurt her for the world. Honestly, I wouldn't. But...
Go on.
When I got home, I looked in the mirror. There was some blood on my shirt. I didn't hurt her. I wouldn't!
Paul, tell us where Shona is, please. Well, he admits to seeing her and he admits hitting her. We've got him running scared now, Gov.
We're not there yet, John. Do a Section 18 search of the house when you've arrested him.
OK.
And get the shirt with the blood onto forensics for urgent attention.
Right.
Because once he gets his lawyer in, we're going to need everything we can get.
The only thing we really need now is Shona.
Liz, you're going to have to get rid of Trig.
OK, go. You can go.
Have you found a girl?
We might need to talk to you again.
Sounds sorry it wasn't me.
Listen, unless you've got something you want to tell us, why don't you just go home?
I don't want your sympathy.
Good.
Look, I'm sorry to disappoint you, DC Rawton, but I have changed. People do.
Just the way he looks at you. I saw that look before.
When?
In court. His father turned up, a retired army sergeant. Sits in the well of the court and listens for half an hour while his son's giving evidence, making his excuses. And he just got up and walked out. Trig never batted an eyelid. He knew we were watching him yesterday.
Hope you're not messing us about, lads.
There is someone, honest!
Yourself, lads.
Nothing. No, wait, just very faint. Do you think she's the one that went missing last night? Shona?
What's happening? Is she dead then?
Sarge, I think there's something you should see. It's the video footage from the club.
Oh, I know that guy's a drug dealer. He's getting out the way of the camera to do some business.
There's Shona, on her way to the payphone. The barmaid that we spoke to in the club. Looks like she's on her way out.
Is that it?
No, there's a bit more. Hold on. There's Maggie talking to Hurley.
Yeah, that's Maggie Brennan, so what?
It's 12:32. She said she got there at midnight and waited outside in the cab.
Well, maybe she's waiting for Shona. That's what she does. The cab firm that cares.
Yeah, but she wouldn't hang around that long, though, would she?
Well, maybe she's waiting for another fare. What are you getting at, Liz?
She was wound up.
Liz, we found Shona and Myers has already admitted to fighting with her.
Yeah, and Trigger's the one who led us to him. Little bit of a coincidence, don't you think?
Or it could just be a little accurate. I suppose it depends on whether or not you've got an obsession with Trig.
Look, even if I'm wrong, even if Trigger's got nothing to do with Shona, he's lying to us.
Wouldn't do any harm, would it?
What?
Having another word with Maggie. It's probably nothing, but we'd better check every angle.
Thanks, Danny.
Liz.
Maggie,
Hi.
this is DC Glaze. We found Shona Matthews.
Oh, thank God for that. How is she?
I'm afraid her injuries are pretty severe.
Oh, that's bad news.
Can we have a word?
Yeah, come in. It's Beth, my sister.
Beth?
It's the police. They found that girl I told you about.
How is she?
Not good, I'm afraid.
It wasn't Maggie's fault. She went to pick her up.
No one's saying it is.
So why are you around here again?
Oh, you can push off home for a couple of hours if you like, Beth.
You want rid, do you?
No, I just mean while it's quiet, you might as well take advantage.
Yeah. Right.
Don't come through. Sorry about that. Sisters. She thinks I'm helpless, you know?
You don't give the impression of being helpless running this place.
Well, thank you. I fell apart a bit after my divorce. Beth helped me through it. It's hard now. I don't need her so much.
We wanted to check the time you went to the River Lounge last night, Maggie.
Well, midnight when the girl called. But I really did try to find her.
Well, according to the security film, you were also there 32 minutes later.
I went back.
Presumably you weren't still waiting for Shona, though, were you?
Oh, I had another fare. Lots of girls ring us.
And they didn't turn up either?
What?
Well, you were seen chatting to the manager, and then you left the place on your own.
Well, I was just cross. You know, customers don't show up. I lose time and money.
You'd have a record of the booking, though, wouldn't you? This other one that didn't turn up.
I didn't put it in. We were busy.
2 drivers off sick.
Yeah, that's right.
No wonder you looked so upset.
Look, I don't mean to sound unhelpful, but am I being suspected of something?
No, of course not.
We're just trying to make sense of things, that's all.
Well, I've given that up a long time ago.
Yeah, good. Well, thanks for getting back so quickly. Forensics. Blood on my shirt was Shauna's.
No surprise there, then.
Has he asked for a solicitor?
Yeah, he knows we're serious.
Good.
Liz, forensics have just confirmed that the blood on my shirt was Shauna's.
Has he admitted anything?
Not yet, he hasn't.
So we still don't know it was him?
Shauna isn't even Trigg's type.
How do you mean?
It's lonely middle-aged women that he goes for, not young clubbers. And there's nothing to suggest he had anything to do with the assault on Shauna.
Opportunism. He said he saw her. We know he was there.
Yeah, so was Myers, and that's who we're going to go and talk to. Come on, John.
Don't say it, Danny.
Shauna's in a bad way, I'm afraid, Mr. Myers.
How bad?
We won't know for a while.
She gonna be all right?
We don't know.
I gave her a slap, that's all it was.
So how come there was blood all over your shirt?
It was just a slap.
And what about the scratches on the back of your hands?
Look,
You're all right, thanks. She wears a ring. I don't know, it must have dug into my skin. I mean, that's where the blood on my shirt came from.
The blood was Shauna's, Mr. Myers. We've had the results of the tests.
Look, I didn't hurt her, believe me.
You do admit you hit her, though.
But she gets nosebleeds. I mean, she must have had one.
I see. And does she often get nosebleeds, or just when you slap her?
I don't know, she gets nosebleeds. Ask her mum and dad, or ask Claire.
Your memory seems to be getting clearer, Mr. Myers.
Well, I've had a little time to think, haven't I?
So you went for a walk down to Wharf Square?
That's right.
Down by the river? Very romantic.
Just wanted somewhere quiet so we could talk.
You didn't take her somewhere private?
No, we went down to Warside Street, and that's all.
How can you be sure about that, Mr. Myers? You told me you'd had too much to drink, and your memory of events was confused.
Because she walked away from me, and she was OK.
We shall check this with Shauna, of course. See if her version tallies with yours. That's if she pulls through.
All right, look. Go on, tell them. I'm not saying anything else.
I don't believe Trigg's story, you know. I mean, he's lied to us already. There's something about Maggie
You
that...
don't have to explain yourself to me, Liz.
Right.
What's you want?
Michelle, this is DC Glaze.
What is it?
It'll just take a minute. You sure you didn't see Shauna in the club last night?
No, look, Mr. Hurley doesn't like me talking to you.
Really? Why's that?
Well, it's his time I'm wasting. He wants to get his money's worth.
Well, Michelle, this is really important. Are you sure you don't remember her?
Look, I was in a bit of a panic. I didn't notice much of anything.
Why? What was the problem?
My mum phoned to say my little girl wasn't well. I had to go away a bit quick. I thought I was in luck when I saw one of Maggie's cabs sitting outside.
Do you often get a lift with them?
Yeah, she's cool. Her drivers are a lot nicer than most of the slime balls that hang around here.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The thing is, you get a bit paranoid with some strange bloke driving you that time of night.
So what did you do? Ask them to take you home?
No, it was one of her cars, but it was this bloke driving. He saw me looking and opened the door. I thought I'd give it a miss, caught the bus instead.
What did he look like?
I only saw him for a second. Dark hair, quite big, white, 30s. I mean, he looked okay. It's just Maggie never lets blokes drive her cars.
OK, thanks, Michelle. You've been very helpful. Beth, do you know where Maggie is? We need to talk to her urgently.
What's happening? I've been trying to find her for ages.
Can you call her on the cab phone?
I've been trying. Switched off. She never does this.
Beth, this is really important. You've got no idea where she might be.
No. I mean, even when she's with her bloke, she lets me know, leaves a number in case I need her here.
She's got a bloke?
Yeah, worse luck. This tosser called Trig.
David Trigg? Are you sure?
You know him? Yeah, of course. You lot will have sent him down. He wrote to her from prison. Wanted a pen pal. She wrote back. I said she was a fool. She told me to keep my nose out.
You didn't trust him?
What's going on? What's he done?
Was Trig here last night?
I don't know. She doesn't tell me anything. She knows what I think about him. Are you after Trig?
Maggie said 2 of your drivers were off sick.
It's been impossible.
Your drivers, they use their own cars, do they?
That's right. One of the girls who's off sick left hers here, though.
So someone else could have used it?
I suppose.
Has Maggie got a key?
Tracy might have left her keys here in case we needed to move her car. Look, tell me, has this got anything to do with that girl who went missing?
Maybe, yeah.
So what about Maggie? Where's she? What's he done with her?
We have to find Maggie fast, Gov. We know what Trig's capable of.
So, Trig's tied to write to her from prison.
Sounds like she felt sorry for him.
Maggie fits the profile of the kind of woman he'd go for. On her own after a failed relationship, at odds with her family, good-natured.
He's ran rings round us, Gov. He left Shauna to die.
Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, Shona and Maggie are entirely different cases.
Unless Liz was right, and Shona was just opportunism.
John?
Well, I don't buy all this opportunism stuff. But Liz could be right about Maggie. Myers can wait. I think we should go after Trig.
Right. Let Uniform know, then get descriptions of both of them and Maggie's car. Then you and Danny check Trig's flat.
Gov.
At least I warned us, you know, Gov.
You can do your blaming later. Let's at least find Maggie first, shall we?
You think he reads all this stuff, Sarge, or does he just want Maggie to think he's the sort of bloke that does?
Oh, bingo. It looks like he's kept the letters that Maggie wrote to him when he was in prison.
Well, Maggie's no idiot. He must have done some job on her.
You're telling me. I'm in prison for beating up women. Will you be my friend? It's some job, isn't it?
Might have been a bit more subtle than that.
You know, women like Maggie get a buzz out of it. They like to challenge the danger.
Well, there's one theory.
OK, this must be the first letter. Sounds like it's come out of the blue. How did you get my address? Was it just a bit of cold calling? You must have stuck a pin in a telephone directory. How did he get the address?
Who was the mate who recommended me? Was it someone who uses my cab? I didn't like the idea of someone watching me like that. I don't mind you writing, though. You sound lonely. Well, she obviously took the bait.
Proves Trig wasn't a loner. Someone Trig knows set Maggie up. We've just got to find out who it was.
Do you think Trig's panicked? Because I was putting the pressure on about the Matthews girl?
In the circumstances, that would be a bit unfortunate, wouldn't it?
Liz and the DCI gave him a hard time about it. He could have got spooked.
Well, whatever. Why doesn't matter, it's where. I'm going to check upstairs.
Sarge!
What?
Sierra Oscar 595.
Go ahead.
Read your dark blue Cavalier. Lima 407, Golf Uniform Charlie. Found it in some waste ground, back of Rivermill Street. No sign of any occupants.
I still can't believe she could fall for someone like him.
How do you mean?
Once she decided he was Mr. Right, nothing could shift her. Maggie? No, she's not here. I don't know when she'll be back. Sorry. Bye. I should have done something. She got so angry when I tried to warn her about him.
Why would she let Trig use someone else's car?
Because he asked. All he had to do was look.
Yeah, I know that look. How the hell did he get in touch with her in the first place? He was in prison.
She said somebody who knew our company knew him.
You don't know who, though?
Oh, this was someone who visited Trig when he was in prison, some bloke.
OK, I'll check the prison records, see if they've still got a visitors list.
I think Maggie must have suspected Trig had done something. Ever since you started asking questions, she's been edgy.
Yeah?
She might talk herself round at first, but inside she must have at least suspected. And if she found out Trigg had stopped to pick up that girl?
You think she would have had it out with him?
I do, yeah. Then what?
Don't worry, Beth. We'll get him before anything happens.
Tony! What have you got for us?
Young lad reckons he saw a man and a woman get out of the Cavalier, get into another car, black, bit flash, sounds like a BMW. Said that the woman must have been drunk. The bloke had to practically carry her from one car to the other.
Is he sure about that?
It's not exactly what you call a reliable witness. Comes down here to shoot up, he dosses under one of the bridges.
Right, thanks, Tony. Ian! You got anything?
There's tracks made by another car coming close up, doing a U-turn and taking off.
Well, it sounds like the witness was right. He's had help abducting Maggie.
This toolkit looks like it's been used fairly recently.
How do you mean?
And not for the usual car maintenance job, I'm afraid. There should be enough blood and tissue here to get a result. There's some dry blood, but could have been there for a while. And what I said recently, I meant it's been used today.
And we got a description of the car that approached the minicab. The witness thought it was a black BMW, but he can't be sure because he was too busy shooting up at the time.
Could the spanner have also been used on Shaun?
Hang on, the guy's a DSE. He's not a miracle worker. Give him time.
Well, it's Maggie we've got to watch out for.
OK, great. Thanks for your help. The prison records only show 2 names on the visiting list for Trigg. An M. Brennan and an M. Hurley.
Hurley.
Now we know who put Trigg in touch with Maggie.
Yeah.
How do you know David Trigg, Mr. Hurley?
I don't have to answer any of this.
Yes, you do. Maggie's in serious danger and you're in big trouble.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You visited Trigg in prison.
So what?
So what's the connection?
He worked here for a while. That's all. This was way back.
And you've been best friends ever since, have you?
Trigg ain't got friends.
So why visit him in prison?
I don't know.
He asked you to find him a woman, didn't he? So you provided him with Maggie Brennan.
I just gave him a name, that's all. He wanted someone to write to.
So you thought that she'd be his type? You thought they'd get on well together?
I wanted him off my back.
I see. So you're a pimp as well as a clubber.
I ain't no pimp.
Oh, you do it out of the goodness of your heart, do you?
I just thought...
He had something on you, didn't he? From the time he worked here. You've said yourself he doesn't have any friends.
If he wasn't blackmailing you and you don't like him, he must have been paying you.
You ain't got nothing on me. Just leave me out of it.
Why did you give him Maggie? You knew what he was in prison for.
He was lonely. I felt sorry for him.
Maggie Brennan was here the night that Shaun and Matthews disappeared. You had a chat with her. What was that about?
She was looking for Trigg. She thought he might have called in to see me.
Did Trigg call you this afternoon, Mr. Hurley, to ask your help with the problem?
No.
A witness gave us a description of a car that was seen on Wasteland at Starkwater Road, where Maggie's cab was abandoned. The driver was seen assisting in the abduction. We've also got a pretty good description of the driver, Mr. Hurley.
Why don't you go away? I've told you all I know.
Is your car parked out the back?
It's not, no.
So what is it, a black BMW like the one that was driven up towards Mr. Trigg? You don't mind if we check it out, do you?
It's not there.
I'll check it out anyway, should I go?
Yeah, why not?
If I knew anything else, I'd tell you. I promise I would.
I hope you mean that, Michelle.
Excuse me, Michelle, do you know where Hurley parks his car?
Yeah, but he came in by taxi tonight.
Well, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Can I go now?
Did you know Maggie Brennan was missing?
Maggie? What's happened?
Well, we're not sure yet, but we think she's in serious danger.
What's going on?
Remember the man you saw driving one of Maggie's cabs?
Yeah.
Well, we think he's taken her somewhere. We also think your boss knows him. Now, if Maggie's in danger, Hurley could be involved.
Nah, he's into little girls, he is. Maggie wouldn't interest him.
How little? We need to find Maggie before it's too late. Anything you tell us will be in strict confidence.
I don't know. I've got to think of my kid.
The best way to protect her is to get scum like Hurley off the streets. What you saying, is he into underage sex?
The ones he picks up, some of them can't be more than 14. He makes sure they've got the right amount of ease and then he gives them a lift home. Only always invites them in first for a coffee.
Where is that, do you know? Do you know where he lives?
Come on, Michelle. If Hurley's helping Trigg, he might have given the keys to his place. Maggie could be there now.
It's not his home. He never takes them home.
Where then?
Ask him about his flat, the one by the river.
Thanks.
You're taking a risk, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Protecting your friend, Mr. Trigg.
I'm not protecting anybody. I'm not risking anything either.
Any luck with the car?
Afraid not, Gov.
Told you.
So where did you park it? At your home or your flat?
What?
Yeah, he's got a flat, haven't you, Mr. Hurley? Where he entertains his young ladies, Gov. Very young ladies. Usually doped up to the eyeballs. Thought it might be worth a visit.
Let's have the address, please.
I don't have to tell you anything.
Just give us the address.
Either arrest me or sod off.
Don't play the hard man, you can't afford to. Allegations of underage sex, we know drug dealers use this club. I am personally gonna make damn sure this club gets closed down for good. And that's just for starters. You're facing charges of abduction that could lead to murder. So to help or not to help, the choice is yours. But think very carefully about what you say next. The address, please, Mr. Hurley.
It's 13 River Mill Lane.
I'll get uniform up, Gov.
No, leave Reg and Tony where they are for the time being. The more of us he sees, the worse he's going to get.
Right, when we get there, let me talk to him.
David! David, don't be stupid! This is Meadows! Just leave us! Take the door out, Joe. Back off!
It's too late, David. Now just stop it now and let her go.
Just back off! You shouldn't have come. This is private. It's personal. What is it you call it? A domestic?
Don't be stupid.
You happy now, you DC Rawton? Because this isn't your fault.
David, just... Now, David, you're wasting time.
Who's yours, mine or Maggie's?
Danny, John, find another way in. A window, anything. OK, go on.
Now, David, you've been here before. So let's just stop in now, shall we?
Just stand back, Liz.
Let her go, David. You don't really want to hurt her.
Shut up! Shut up!
It's all right, Maggie. You're going to be all right.
What's everyone so worried about her? What about me? What about me?
Come on, there's no point in this.
You turn around.
What?
Turn around! Do it! I don't want to see your face.
We're sorry this has happened, David.
But it's your fault. Blaming me for that stupid slut who'd done too many drugs.
We weren't blaming you.
She thought they were. If you'd have left me alone, she wouldn't have started to turn on me. You can make that up of it. Why me? I loved her. I'd have done anything for her.
Then let her go!
I'd give her my life for her. And she still couldn't trust me. I tried. Shut up! I said, turn around. I don't want to see you. What would you know about love anyway? You're not a real woman.
Oh, come on, David. Grow up. We've all been there.
Don't push me.
You try your best, give them everything you've got, and they still don't trust you.
Don't play with me, Meadows.
Please. I understand what it's like when a woman betrays you. When a woman just thinks the worst of you. You know, and I know what it feels like to want to hurt them as much as they've been hurting you.
Finish, David!
Nice one, Danny.
You're okay.
I'm gonna feed you, bitch! I'm gonna kill you! You're never gonna let me go!
It's okay. It's over.
Did you get pleasure out of sitting in prison targeting women?
I didn't target Maggie.
So what did you do? Blackmail Hurley into keeping an eye out for a prospective victim?
I just wanted a friend.
We all know what happens to your friends, don't we, David? Your colleagues, ex-landladies, Lisa. They all end up being beaten within an inch of their lives.
You're a vicious man, David.
But it's not my fault, Mr. Meadows. It's them, the women. They just don't know what they want. Help me. Comfort me. Guard me. And then, sorry, David, you're just not what I want anymore.
Lisa wanted you.
No, she didn't. She betrayed me.
Why did you come back to this area, David? Living so close to Lisa, putting the fear of God into her. Unfinished business, was it?
You keep talking as though I planned things.
You planned Maggie. You set her up. Took advantage of her kindness and her trust.
She was doing everything she could to help you.
But she believed you.
What about David?
About Shona. She didn't believe me, she believed you.
What happened to Shona, David?
I keep telling you I just saw her there. Distressed. Crying. I just wanted to help her. I can't bear to see a woman cry. Can you? I asked her into the car.
Like the barmaid at the River Lounge. She had a lucky escape, didn't she?
What happened to Shona?
I told her I'd see her safely home. She was distraught. Hysterical after that row with that... man. I drove her around a bit. Tried to calm her down. Tried to reassure her. Put my arm around her shoulder. And then she started to get really mad. Shouting and screaming. I had to stop her.
So you dragged her down to the river, you beat her unconscious, and you left her there to die.
Was she your bonus, David? The one you didn't have to set up, your natural victim? Was there more of a thrill in that than there was in any of the others?
I keep hoping there'll be one who'll be different. Who won't betray me.
That's the second time you've used that word. So who was the first to betray?
She knows.
Your mother.
1 minute all love and cuddles. And then suddenly, without any word of warning, gone. Just him. Just Dad.
And he gave you a hard time, did he?
Oh, no. But no warmth. All I ever wanted was the warmth of women.
Sorry, sir.
Shona Matthews died 15 minutes ago. You're looking at murder, David.
You think this is funny, do you?
It's just ironic, really. All I wanted to do was help.
Interview terminated at 20:55.
Gov.
Liz, just leave it, will you? A budget is a budget. You know what Brownlow's like? I had to pull this oboe.
Shauna's dead. And you saw this state of Maggie. Still, as long as the figure's balanced, that's all that matters, isn't it, Gov?
Attention, please. All remaining customers kindly leave the store immediately. Please assemble in the car park where our staff will give you further information.
I called as soon as the first customer came back to complain. Didn't want to say anything outside. You know how people panic when they hear the words health risk.
Health risk, Mr. Foster.
See that puncture mark? There's more just like it. Some nutter's sticking mercury into the fruit. I tell you, the world's going mad.
So what made you choose Sun Hill?
Well, my mother lives here, sir, Culmore Avenue. Last year she had a stroke, so I wanted to be close by.
Right, well, I think you might find things a bit hectic here at the moment, because most of the team are involved in an operation.
Oh, anything interesting?
It's a lorry hijack. They're waiting on a location. The DI's away on annual leave, so you'll have to pick up things as you go along.
That's okay. If I get stuck, I'll ask.
Are you sure about that? OK, stay with it. Let us know if there's any change, right? OK, looks like we're on Gov. Toolsy Lane Lorry Park.
And is the ARV standing by?
Waiting for the call.
OK, before you shoot off, I'd like to introduce you all to DS Claire Stanton. She's joining us from Finchley. This is DS Jeff Daly.
Pleased to meet you. Welcome to Sun Hill.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Duncan Lennox.
Hey, Claire.
Kerry Holmes.
All right.
Elliot and Paul.
Hi.
Manning the phones here, we got Tom Proctor.
I'm sorry time's against us. Maybe we'll talk later.
Fine.
OK, everybody, come on. Go.
This is DS Don Beech.
Welcome aboard, Claire. Hope you know how to juggle.
Oh, I've been known to keep a few balls in the air.
I'll leave you with Don. He can show you where everything is.
Proctor?
Any problems, you know my offices.
Pony.
Go. Right, first things first.
Yeah, I'll get
coffee.
To it. Right. Sarge, just got a call from Uniform asking for CID assistance. They're down at the Quick Mart on Willersley Road.
What is it? Someone shoplifted some yoghurt?
No, it's a food scare or something.
Look, I've got to meet a snout in 15 minutes. You're going to have to do it yourself.
Oh, that's OK. I could do it. Might as well hit the ground running.
Right.
Well, he was right about the puncture marks. Looks like large bore syringe. Probably doctored the oranges up somewhere else and dropped them off here. Any customers affected?
Well, so far, just the one. A little girl with chronic diarrhoea and sickness. They're keeping her at St Hugh's for observation.
Where's the manager?
Checking the till receipts, trying to identify customers who bought oranges yesterday. Someone else is phoning all the other stores, giving them the warning.
Any staff see anything suspicious yesterday?
Not that they can recall. I mean, this place is usually pretty busy. Darren over there, he's a shelf stacker. He says he filled the display around lunchtime and didn't notice any puncture marks then.
Anyone check the security video?
Not yet. We've asked the manager to bring it down.
Excuse me, are you in charge?
For the time being, why? Is there something you want to tell us? Something you've remembered about yesterday?
I think I may have seen two people acting strangely, you know, hanging around the display. They were looking over their shoulders and stuff.
Did you report that?
Well, no, I didn't see anything else. Anyway, it's not my job.
Do you remember what they looked like?
A man and a woman, both early 20s, new age types, you know, nose rings and that.
What time was this?
A few minutes after 2 o'clock. I'd just come back from lunch.
Do you mind having a ride down to the station with us, Darren? See if you can point these two out on the security video.
Sure, if you think it might help, yeah.
Here's the manager now. Have you got the security video?
Never mind the video. Look at this letter. Just opened the Morning Post.
What is it?
It's from the mercury poisoners. They're demanding we take all genetically modified foods off our shelves. They're saying next time it could be strychnine.
Well, what a waste of time that was.
Let me guess. No show.
That's not the worst of it. We sat there for about 50 minutes before we even realised there weren't any lorries about. Can you believe that?
Turns out the lot's restricted. Trucks aren't even allowed to park there anymore.
That's snouts for you.
Never mind the snouts. Someone should have checked.
Yeah, the ARV guys were in stitches.
If it's any consolation, Geoffrey, my morning wasn't much better.
Well, that makes all the difference, Donald.
Still, it's nice to know that one of us is having a good day, isn't it?
Meaning?
Well, haven't you heard? Dear Stanton only landed herself a case of eco-terrorism on her very first day. Some people have all the luck, don't they, Jeff?
Have you got any suggestions who we're dealing with? Possible groups or organisations?
No, none so far. The letter only speaks in general terms. No names, no personal pronouns. Could just be one or two people on a crusade.
That's one or two people prepared to use strychnine.
That's what they're saying.
So what about the other customers? Has anyone else reported sick?
3 more referred to St Hugh's for checkups, and the local radio announcements should be going out about now. How are we doing, Darren?
Yeah, that's definitely them. You see how they keep their backs to the camera? You can tell they're up to something.
Wait a minute, I've seen that girl before.
You know her?
Well, not exactly, Gov, but there's this girl that runs a stall down at the craft market. Sells, friendship bracelets, ethnic gear, stuff like that. It could be her. I'm not sure about the bloke, though.
Right. Let's go and talk to them, shall we?
Oh, thanks, Darren. You've been a big help. Tom, can you see Darren out?
What, is that it?
For the moment, yeah.
Isn't there anything else I can do to help? Like, an ID parade or something?
Don't worry, we'll be in touch.
Been quiet morning, I believe.
Yeah, we're just on our way to pick up the suspects. Oh, I don't suppose you could spare anyone. We may need an extra pair of hands.
Sure, take Duncan.
Thanks.
Come in. Jeff.
Gov, just been hearing about this mercury business. Wonder what your plans were.
Plans?
You know, supervision and control. From what I hear, it could develop into a major inquiry. Thought with the DI being off, you might be happy if someone a bit more senior picked it up.
What, someone like yourself, you mean?
What, she's new to the ground. I mean, it's hardly fair on her, is it?
Yeah, well, thanks for your offer, Jeff, but I'm sure DS Stanton will shout if she needs some help.
I just thought I'd ask.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Gov?
Your hijack operation. How did it go?
Something else I want to talk about.
I would have paid money to see his face as he slunk back into the office. Sergeant Beech grinning from ear to ear.
So what are you saying, that DS Beech and DS Daly have a somewhat combative relationship, is that it?
Well, no more than Tom and Jerry. Wouldn't you say, Dunk?
I'd say more like itchy and scratchy. Man, you, Sarge. I think they're both a bit hacked off of you getting this case. So I'd definitely watch your back if I were you.
They say women are bitchy. Well, it certainly looks like them.
Right, nice one, mate. Names are Rachel Dibbs and Gary Lupton.
All right, come on. Morning, Rachel, Gary. I'm DS Stanton, Sunhill CID. This is DC Proctor, DC Lennox, and we'd like to ask you both a few questions.
What about?
Like, where were you yesterday afternoon, say between 2:30?
I don't know. Guess I'd have to think about that.
Well, let me jog your memory. Were you down at the Quick Mart at all?
No.
Oh, really? You weren't, I don't know, somewhere near the fruit display, smack in front of the security cameras?
How about you, Gary?
Don't say anything.
OK, that'll do. Rachel Dibbs, Gary Lupton, I'm arresting you both on suspicion of contaminating goods.
Contaminating? But that's not what I said. Shut up, Gary.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, anything you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
You're making a mistake.
Well, let's find out, shall we? Oh, care a lot about the environment, do you?
Just do what you have to.
What's this?
Herbal tea. Come on, admit it. It's about the lip ring, isn't it? It's because we're different. I'm not like you. That's what you can't stand.
Sarge, have a look at these. Some of them have got puncture marks on them.
Still a mistake, is it?
I reckon that manager Foster was right, you know. The world is going mad. How else do you explain a thing like that? Earth to Polly.
Sorry, miles away.
Come on in, let's hear it.
No, you'll only laugh.
Doesn't usually stop you.
It's just I was round my sister's last weekend having a barbecue, and my little niece told me she wants to be an astronaut when she grows up. She says by the year 2020 she'll be living aboard a space station. I was thinking, by the year 2020 I'll be 50 years old. I mean, it's not even that far away.
Don't worry about it, Pop. I mean, I reckon those space stations will have granny flats.
That's the other thing. I haven't even started thinking about kids yet. I mean, what if I end up on my own?
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead, Dale.
2626 Loftus Street, premises of Walker Templeton's travel agents. Disturbance. Informant Mr. Lilly, the manager, over.
Yeah, all received.
You're a crook, you're a con man. Go on, admit it. Come on.
Oi! Calm down, will you?
OK, now take it easy.
Take it, shut
Hey!
up.
Hey! Give me that, please. Thank you. What's going on?
This lunatic assaulted me. I want him arrested.
Why don't we just calm down, yeah? Tell us what happened here exactly.
I'll tell you what happened. First, he grabbed my shirt, then he pushed this desk over on top of me. I mean, look at that there. They all saw it. You see this here? I want him locked up.
This miserable scumbag cancelled our Millennium holiday so he could resell the flight and accommodation for more money. He's the one that wants locking up.
The company discontinued the package. That's not my fault. I can only sell what's available.
You're a liar. He offered me the same holiday under a different name at twice the price. It's just greed, that's what it is.
Well, if you can't afford it, I'm sure we'll find plenty who can.
Right, that's it!
OK. Come on, you're coming with us, all right? Can you come down to Sunny Hill, give us a statement?
Well, not until I can get this computer up and running. I mean, we're blind without it.
OK, we'll come back. You just calm down.
Sunhill CID. No, DS Stanton's not around at the moment. Look, Clive, you know the drill. You want a comment, you go to the press office, right? Bye.
Claire, how's it going? Get your bodies?
Yeah, downstairs waiting to be interviewed. Oh, what's more, we found injected oranges at their flat.
Really? How's about that, Jeff?
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, well, it's early days. Anyway, they're denying all knowledge of the mercury.
Still, not a bad start to the day. You have to tell us what you had for breakfast, eh?
Oh, by the way, commiserations on your bit of bad luck this morning. Reminds me of this time I handcuffed a prisoner to a door handle. It was in the middle of a raid. It was people running everywhere. It was total confusion. Anyway, when I get back, the guy was gone. Just this prosthetic arm hanging from the door handle. No prizes that day.
What happened to the arm?
Oh, we kept it in the CID office. Called it the Finger of Fate Award. Gave it to the DCI once.
My girlfriend booked that holiday. She had her heart set on it. Tell you, the whole thing's one big rip-off. I reckon Thatcher had it about right. No such thing as society anymore. Just individual consumer units.
If you say so.
What's it all about, eh?
Sorry?
The millennium. Only I thought it was meant to be a Christian celebration. You know, little baby boy born in Bethlehem.
So you thought you'd celebrate early by wrecking Walker Templeton's travel agency, is that it?
Makes you wonder what's around the next corner for us. That is, if we even have a future.
Sorry, not into science fiction. Reg!
Sir?
Number 4, please.
And doesn't it worry you?
Come on, sir, this way.
I'm telling you, it scares the hell out of me.
Where did you get the mercury, Rachel?
You know as well as I do that fat copper planted it.
Oh, yeah, why would he do that, then?
Don't give me that. I was at the Newbury bypass camp. I've seen what you lot are capable of.
I'm now showing the suspect a copy of the demand letter, Exhibit CS2. Do you recognise it?
No.
No, are you sure? Look again. Well?
If I had written this, I wouldn't have called them GM foods. The correct description is foods containing GMOs, genetically modified organisms.
Right, so you do have a view on the subject, then?
Yeah, I think they should be banned, don't you?
You obviously feel strongly about it?
Look, if we continue using rogue DNA in foodstuffs, the first casualty is bound to be the human immune system. Millions could die. We don't need all this genetic engineering to beat world food shortages, just better cooperation between major world producers. Any school kid knows that.
As you probably know, demand over the New Year period's been phenomenal, which means in practice local operators can charge what they like, play us off against each other. In Mr. Ritchie's case, we found we could no longer offer the package at the original price. We had to cancel and re-advertise or else take a loss. And since Mr. Ritchie's booking was never actually confirmed on our part...
Did you offer him his deposit back?
2 or 3 times. He didn't want that. If you ask me, he was just looking for an excuse.
Did you say or do anything to provoke him?
Nothing. I'm telling you, the guy just exploded. Incidentally, if either of you was interested in the Canaries this New Year, I could probably cut you a 10% discount. 20 if you take full board.
Thanks, but we'll be working over the millennium.
And what about your colleagues?
Them too. All police leave's been cancelled.
Whose idea was it, Gary? Was it Rachel's? Look, I know you're both bright, committed people, but you know as well as I do that poisoning people's not going to change anything.
Is there something the matter, Gary? Your conscience or something? Or didn't you hear about the little girl that's in St Hugh's because of you?
I don't feel well.
Listen to me, Gary. If it was Rachel's idea, now's the time to put yourself on side before it's too late.
For God's sake, we didn't plant the oranges. We were nicking them.
What, shoplifting?
Rachel said it was a blow against first world producers.
Are you all right?
No, I ate some of them for breakfast.
The benefit of the tape, Mr. Lupton is vomiting. Oh, go get him up, see if the FME is around.
Sarge.
Have a word, Sarge?
Yeah.
10 minutes ago, there's been another attack in the supermarket. Single suspect who ran away when challenged.
Yeah, the assistant manager disturbed the suspect planting these on the shelf.
Spaghetti sauce?
Maybe he thought the tomato paste was genetically modified. Charming. You better get it checked for strychnine, too. Did you get a description? Yes. I see one. Late teens to early 20s, 5'9", described as skinny and nervous looking.
wearing a black baseball cap and blue rucksack. Sam's in the office checking out security pictures.
Let's take a look.
There he goes.
Is that the best you could find?
Yeah, well, 2 of the cameras are out of order.
Oh, that baseball cap doesn't do us any favours. OK. Let it run.
Looks like he's heading for the high street.
One of the pandas had a run up and down earlier, but there was no sign.
What about street cameras?
I'll check it out, Sarge. Cheers, sir.
Those are my sentiments exactly as well. Of course, you know that the ancient Assyrians had an inbuilt fear of round numbers, don't you?
Reg!
Oh, sorry, gotta go. Yes, Sarge?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just giving Mr. Ritchie his lunch.
What, 15 minutes? I didn't say to spoon feed him.
No, sir. But what actually is a very interesting bloke. Yeah, it's a classic case of chiliastic paranoia.
What?
Well, fear of the millennium. Oh, yes, well documented. Every 1,000 years, mankind goes through a sort of collective anxiety attack. Yeah, premonitions of doom and all that. For some, it's a fear that gods or aliens will descend from the heavens in flaming chariots or spaceships. For others, it's the whole Armageddon scenario. You know, 666, sign of the beast and all that. Although nowadays there is a tendency to see the whole Antichrist thing as a thinly veiled reference to the unholy marriage between computers and biotechnology. Yes, but, well, either way, it makes people do some very strange things.
Reg, do you want me to do something strange with this?
Well, there you are, you see. Some people even refuse to talk about it.
Nicole?
Yes?
I'm PT Page. I believe you're looking for Craig Ritchie.
I went to the travel agents and they said he'd been arrested. Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. Would you mind stepping in here? Apparently there's been a dispute over a cancelled holiday. The manager claims he was assaulted.
I don't understand it. They said he went berserk. It's not like that, honestly. He's a teacher, for heaven's sake.
Well, I believe you were both looking forward to the holiday a great deal.
Well, you could say that, though, to be fair, it was my idea. He didn't want to go when I first mentioned it. I had to talk him round.
Can you think of any other reason why he'd be so upset today?
Well, he's been a bit depressed lately. Nothing unusual. He often gets like that. It's stress, you know?
So no psychiatric or medical condition that we should know about?
No, nothing. Look, do you think I could see him just for a minute?
No, not before he's been interviewed, but maybe later.
Same MO as the first one. And seeing as Mercury's pretty hard to come by, I mean, it's probably too soon after to be a copycat. Could be there's a group of them.
Maybe you should give the anti-terrorist squad a call. See if they've got anything on file. OK, keep me posted. Claire, can I have a look at that?
Skinny and nervous looking, huh? Sounds like the kind of dope who shares his time equally between surfing the net and reading poems to a blow-up doll.
Listen to the expert, Claire. He knows what he's talking about.
Tom, any luck?
Got a view straight down the high street, so I took a quick look, but nothing jumped out.
You let me try. Oh, do you fancy sitting in? I could use some extra pairs of eyes. Not to mention those razor-sharp insights. I'll throw in cappuccinos.
You're not doing yourself any favours, Mr. Ritchie, by refusing to answer.
Mr. Lilly told us you assaulted him for no reason. I mean, if there's something he's not telling us, like you were provoked, for instance, now is your chance to explain.
What'd be the point? In fact, why didn't you just lock me up now? With any luck, I'll still be in prison when the millennium dawns.
Is that what you want?
What else is there to look forward to?
Bit over the top, don't you think? I mean, it was only a holiday after all. You could book another one.
This isn't about a holiday! Haven't you even grasped that yet?
Then what is it about?
It's about knowing where your life is going. About whether you're in control of your own destiny.
And that's why you attacked Mr. Lilly?
Mr. Lilly's not the problem! He is the symptom. And the real question is whether we've got a future together.
Together?
Yeah. Me and Nicole.
Is that what this is all about? You're worried about your relationship with your girlfriend?
A trivial matter to you, perhaps.
I think you should know. Nicole's waiting out front for you. She's been worried sick.
Well, she doesn't care about us. This relationship's just an economic convenience. Half the mortgage, half the groceries.
Well, that's not the impression I got. I mean, she seems to care about you a great deal.
If she cared so much, how come she killed our baby?
And you sure he ran out onto the high street?
Positive. Just gotta hope we can pick him out. Remember, black baseball cap, blue rucksack.
You got your work cut out in that crowd. Still, you did say you wanted to hit the ground running, didn't you, Claire?
Yeah, but to be perfectly honest, this wasn't quite what I had in mind.
But don't knock it, Claire. Might be a big chance to make a name for yourself, if that's your agenda.
Not really, Jeff. The trouble with glory hounds is they usually end up with no mates, because nobody trusts them. Who wants to work like that? Wait a minute. Where did he come from?
Who?
This one with the baseball cap. Came out of that doorway.
Yeah, it certainly looks like him. And he's got the rucksack. See what he does next.
Well, there's a gift for you. Canley radio caps. The control centre's on our ground.
Funny thing is, I've always liked children. I've always thought I'd have them one day, you know, when the time was right.
Yeah, I know.
Trouble is, there's always something else going on. My career, moving house, saving for this or that. Each time Craig mentioned it, I'd tell him, not yet. Let's wait till I get my promotion. The extra money will come in handy, and then if I have to take time out, it'll be that much easier to find another job. Last February, I turned 34, and that set us both wondering if it had ever happened. We almost broke up over it. Then in April, there was all that stuff on the TV about millennium babies. You know, choose the right moment to conceive and become instant celebrities. The first baby of the new millennium and all that. So, like a lot of people, I suppose, we bought a takeaway and a bottle of wine and decided to give it a go. I was 3 months pregnant before I realised it was a huge mistake. Craig and I fought tooth and nail when I told him I wanted an abortion. In the end, it was my body, so I went ahead.
And how did he take it?
A bit better each day. Then he began to suffer depressions.
Did he see a doctor or anything?
No, whenever I suggested it, he insisted there wasn't a problem. I knew the new year was going to be a difficult time. That's why I booked the holiday. I thought it would take our minds off things.
Sorry, what was that last one? OK. Great. Thanks a lot. Bye.
It doesn't have to be political, does it? I mean, maybe it's two nutters with two pump-up dolls.
Yeah, well, if there is an accomplice, why can't I pick him out on the Quick Mart video?
Come on, Claire. Have a present.
What's this?
List of companies that supplies mercury to educational and industrial laboratories. I thought our stocks are so tightly controlled, it might offer you a shortcut to your suspects.
Oh, thanks, Jeff.
Perhaps you can give me a leg up sometime, eh?
It's just that, what with Tom and Duncan off chasing this video lead, I don't have anyone to follow it up.
No problem. Kerry, leave off my stuff for a bit. Give Claire a hand, will you?
Sarge, I thought you said...
Never mind what I said, just do it, right?
Sarge.
OK, what we're looking for is any recent losses or thefts.
OK, fine.
You all right?
Gotta come back on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. See what happens then.
Let's go home, eh?
I'm sorry for the trouble.
Just keep away from that travel agent, yeah?
Sunhill CID, DS Stanton. Tom, where are you?
Look, we spoke to the driver at Canley Radio Cabs. He says he dropped the suspect by the Nether Lake estate. Driver says he didn't see which way he went. We thought we'd take a run over there, speak with the housing office, maybe canvass a few residents.
Okay, sounds good, but nice and low-key. We don't want to scare him off, all right?
Housing office first, eh? What for? Well, if he's around this time of the day, could well be unemployed. Let's check, see if they've got a tenants list in here.
Yeah, but what if he's not a registered tenant? He's just, like, living with a family or dossing or something?
Well, let's go find out.
I'll tell you what, Duncan, why don't you get the list chair and I'll make a start showing the picture around, save time. It doesn't need two of us to speak to housing, does it?
OK.
Mr. Spires? Hi, it's DS Stanton, Sunhill CID, and we're currently inquiring into any instances of lost or stolen mercury.
Look, Mr. Davis, if I can just explain, what we really need is a list of people that you've supplied in the last year.
OK.
Especially any details of unusual reorders.
Fine, that's OK. All right, then.
Right.
Well, sorry to bother you. OK, bye.
OK, well, if you could just fax those to me, that'd be great. Thanks.
No luck.
No, not yet. Still, I do think Jeff's right. If we draw a blank on the estate, this could be our best shot. It's good of him to pull that list, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, just a real diamond. Look, I've been thinking. If your bloke does live on that estate, and I'm right that he is a loner, then it might be possible he's been spotted by some of the people down there with eyes about. You know, street dealers, for instance.
Yeah, sounds good. Got anyone in mind?
Actually, there is someone, yeah. Maybe I'll give him a pull. That is, if you think it might be useful.
Yeah. Thanks, Don. That'd be great.
Well, I wouldn't want you thinking that Geoffrey Daly was just one of a kind, you know.
I think I'm going to like working here. Real sense of teamwork, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, Sarge. We're always saying that. Hi, Mr. Jones.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute. That's all I'm asking.
No, sorry.
Right, thanks for your time. Sorry to bother you. Excuse me, love. DC Proctor, Sonny. I wonder if you could spare a minute. I'm trying to trace the man in this picture. I wonder if you could possibly take a look, see if you recognise him.
What, the back of his head?
Well, yeah, I know it's not ideal. What about the rucksack? You seen anyone carrying one like it? I mean, it's pretty distinctive.
Look, I don't see nothing, all right? My life's complicated enough as it is.
Look, don't worry, it's not about drugs.
No.
Off the record, we believe this man put a little girl in hospital yesterday. I can't really say any more than that.
You could try Mrs. Ofori. She and her husband run the football team. Now, they know all the young men on the estate.
What's the address?
It's this block over here. Level 7, middle flat.
Right. Thanks for your time.
And you're sure there's no mistake? Right, well, if you could just give me the address, that'll save me looking it up. That's brilliant. Cheers. OK, 3 months ago, Canley Technical College ordered a 2-kilogram bottle of mercury. Apparently, every few years, they have to replace what gets used up or spilt during experiments. Less than a month later, they placed a reorder. No explanation given.
Well, it's got to be worth a look, isn't it?
Should we go together? After all, it was your idea.
Yeah. OK.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hello, Darren. What are you doing here? Hold on. Keep your hands where I can see them.
Get back.
No, don't be silly. What is that?
It's a taser.
A taser? What's a taser?
DC Proctor from DC Lennox receiving. Tom from Duncan, over.
DC Proctor from DC Lennox receiving. Come on, Tom, where the hell are you? DC Proctor from DC Lennox receiving.
going to remove the tape. But if you shout or misbehave, I will shoot you again. Do you understand? Right. First, who else is out there? How many?
Just one. But there'll be a lot more if I don't answer the radio.
How did you find me? Was it the DNA?
What DNA?
Sweat and skin cells at the crime scene. I suppose you ran them through Lucid and got a hit, yeah?
I'm sorry you've lost me.
Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about. Project Lucid. The government's secret biometrics database. Every man, woman and child covertly DNA sampled to aid repression. I mean, don't pretend it doesn't exist. The details are all over the World Wide Web. Don't laugh!
Look, we found the cabbie who dropped you off. He told us, okay?
Yeah. You would say that, wouldn't you? Why was the other guy trying to call you on the radio?
We split up.
And now he doesn't know where you are. That wasn't very clever, was it? The question is, now that you're here, what am I gonna do with you?
Sorry, bro. Can't help. It don't look good, you know.
Look, Michael, no one is trying to jam you up here, all right? I just want to know whether you've seen this guy around or not.
Suppose I have. Why should I help you? Times you hurt my business and cause me distress.
You know what, Michael? Do you know what your trouble is? You're always moaning on about the past. You should be thinking about your future, trying to put something in the bank for a rainy day, which in your case is bound to be sooner rather than later. Got it?
What did he do?
We think he's the one who put the mercury in the oranges in the supermarket.
Poison innocent people? That's disgusting.
Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know. It's hard from this angle.
But?
Try flat 26, round the corner. That guy's pretty weird. Looks a bit like him.
Right. Thanks, Michael. I owe you one. Duncan, what's the matter?
You haven't seen Tom, have you?
No, I've just arrived. I thought he was with you.
Well, he split off to start canvassing while I went into the housing. But I reckon he's got a bee in his bonnet about not being part of this op this morning. I guess he's trying to impress this new DS.
Well, isn't he answering his radio?
What, and share the glory?
Well, I think he might be in for a bit of a disappointment. Come on, I've got an address. We'll check it out on the way.
Yes, Stanton.
Hi, this is Dear Staley.
John Archer, head of laboratory technology. Would you come this way, please? Could you give us a minute?
OK.
This is where the mercury was kept, along with all the other things that went missing.
What sort of things are you talking about?
Libby condensers, thermometers, soldering iron, a whole range of things. Any idea who could be responsible? Well, no proof, if that's what you mean. Too many staff have keys to this place. However, we did have cause to dismiss one of our lab technicians recently. No more problem.
Why was he sacked?
Webitis. Spent far too much time in the computer room playing games across the internet instead of working. I'm told it's fairly common now. You got his details? His name's Carl Wink. The office should still have his address.
Oh, one more thing. Do you know if he ever had any access to strychnine?
No, not here. Don't keep it. Compounds of arsenic, yes, but definitely not strychnine.
That's promising. Plenty of fruit and veg on the table, Sarge.
Yes, what do you want?
Detective Sergeant Beech, DC Lennox, Sun Hill. We'd like to have a word.
What about?
Well, it's a bit delicate. Can we come in?
No, that's okay. I'll come out.
Oh, what's that smell?
What smell? I can't smell anything.
Smells like something's crawled in there. Sarge?
Step aside. We need to come
No, you can't come in. I don't want you to.
Duncan.
What? No, you can't just barge in.
My God.
Look, I'm telling you for the last time, get out.
What the hell? Guinea pigs?
They're not guinea pigs. They're chinchilla. They don't smell any worse than humans. I bet it was her next door called you, wasn't it? I know it's against the tenancy agreement, but please, don't take my babies away.
No sign of any uniforms down there. Looks like your friends have forgotten you. It's not nice, is it, being taken for granted, hardly noticed?
Is that what this is about, being noticed?
Let me show you what this is about. You see that? That is what an asteroid strike might look like. Scientists tell us, even if we're not all wiped out instantly, the environmental effects could still wipe out all life on Earth.
I saw the movie. What's your point?
I'm not talking about a movie. I'm talking about right now up there. 2,000 rocks, each up to a mile long, all screaming in this direction. And do you know how many trajectories the scientists have charted? Just 12%. That leaves over 1,700 planet killers still roaming around that could strike at any time.
What, that's your explanation?
What's the matter? Is it too technical for you?
No, it just doesn't make sense. If you're so convinced we're all going to die, why are the concern about GM foods?
You still don't get it, do you? OK, I'll make it simple. What if these foods affect human DNA? Worse, what if they render the species infertile?
What?
If the asteroid does strike and any of us do survive, we're going to have to repopulate. And in order to protect the blueprint, we must preserve the seed.
Duncan, how long's it been?
About 50 minutes.
Right. Let's get some uniform up here. Keep looking, eh?
Sarge.
Someone else your idea?
Fine.
Carl Wink?
Yeah.
Dear Stanton, dear Staley, Sunhill. Your mother said you'd be here instead of out looking for work.
Not that it's any of your business, but like I told her, work's hard to find.
Well, you think it's bad now? Wait till you've got a criminal record.
What criminal record?
Well, how about theft of mercury for a start?
And then there's conspiracy to contaminate goods, attempted murder, too, if, God forbid, anyone should die from what you put in those oranges.
Look, I heard about that on the radio, and I swear it had nothing to do with me.
Well, maybe not, but it was you who supplied the mercury, wasn't it?
You see, if any of those victims dies, Carl, you are an accessory.
Which means your best bet now is to talk.
Right, so I'll be.
Who to? Come on, Carl. I want a name.
Look, I don't know his name. I've just got an email address. We met in a chat room online. Once in person fee handover. End of story, all right?
Is that him?
I don't know. Maybe. It looks like his rucksack.
Where's this email address?
Let's not waste any time. You all know Tom Proctor, and these are pictures of our friendly neighbourhood poisoner. I want you all knocking on doors, OK? Has anyone seen any of them?
Told you they'd come. Won't be long now.
Shut up, I'm trying to think.
Listen, why don't you untie my hands and we'll walk out of here together? Find someone you can talk to about all this.
Didn't you hear me? I said shut up!
Listen, Darren, it's obvious you never meant to hurt anyone. Just cause a scare, make people sit up and take notice.
You think so, do you?
You're kidding. After today, this is going to be all over the papers. That is what you wanted, isn't it?
Well, they'll take notice, all right.
What are you doing, Darren?
They'll have to take notice of this.
Dom, what's going on?
It's Tom the donut. He's gone alone looking for your suspect. Can't find either of them now.
We'll call back the troops. I think we found our man.
You two, stay here. Hold the lifts.
You sure this is the right address?
Yeah. We checked it with his internet provider. The phone company confirmed it.
No wonder we couldn't find a suspect on the quick mark vid. Probably did the oranges round the back.
No answer.
Maybe he saw the transport downstairs.
Try knocking. Play postman.
What, and give away the surprise? I say we do the door now, go straight in.
Yeah, I agree with Claire.
OK, but if anybody asks, we heard a cry for help, right?
Yeah.
You all right, Tom?
OK. So this is what you get up to in your spare time, is it, Tom?
Where's Darren?
He's gone about 5 minutes ago. He's got a gas grenade with him.
What, you actually saw it?
Yeah, small green canister with a firing pin. He said he's going down to St Hugh's to set it off.
Well, let's go.
Sarge, he's a total space cadet.
Quick as you can. Outside the building, quickly. Quick, as far away as we can.
Excuse me.
Dear Stanton.
Yeah.
Shaun Tennant, we spoke on the phone. We've already given out the description. Nurse managers are coordinating a discreet search of the wards.
Right, I suggest 2 of us go with each of the nurse managers for security. The rest of us split up.
Yes, could I just ask you, is it true your suspect has this sarin, nerve gas, with him?
Nerve gas? Where'd you get that from?
The armed response crew outside. They said that's what they were told.
Mrs. Tennant.
Excuse me.
Can't they keep their mouths shut?
No, that's the IRV.
We found him.
Where is he?
He ran into paediatrics this way.
Get out! All of you keep away or I will pull the pin.
Now, take it easy, Darren. It looks genuine to me.
Get the ARV crew.
What do you think, Tom? Will he do it?
Well, like I said, I think he just wants to get himself noticed.
OK, let me try. Hello, Darren.
Dear Stanton. You see, you do need my help after all.
Yeah, if you want to help, just tell us what's in the canister.
What, this? Poison gas. You better not come any closer.
You sure it's poison gas?
What, you think I'm bluffing? I said stay where you are.
OK. It's just that from here it looks more like CST smoke, the stuff we use for public order training.
Well, it could still wipe out most of this hospital. Remember, some of these kids are already very sick.
Where did you get it, Darren? Was it from Carl Wink, the lab technician?
Actually, no. I got it through the small lads in a survival magazine. $12.95 plus postage and confidential packing. So much for HM Customs, eh?
DC Proctor told me about the asteroids. Scary stuff.
Really? Then how come no one else listens when I try to tell them about it?
Look, come with me and I promise you'll have our undivided attention.
What, and tell my story from the prisoner's dock?
Well, that's what you wanted, wasn't it? All those journalists. Why else did you come here?
Oh, please get down!
Just give me 1 minute, OK?
I'm warning you, get back or I'll pop this thing right now!
OK, Darren, just try to stay calm and no one gets hurt. Can you do that for me?
Tell them to get back.
No, I can't do that, Darren. Right now, you're a threat to everyone here. One way or another, we've got to sort this out now. Look, Darren, you've got your audience. You pull that pin now, all it's going to do is make these children sicker than they already are. Is that what you want?
No. No, I don't want to hurt them. These children are our future.
Oh, come on.
Well, I suppose the first round's on me.
Sounds good. Oh, I've got to make a phone call.
Tom, see you in the pub later, eh?
Yeah, come on. See you. Oi, hang on, what's this?
Special award, mate. Better talk to Stanton about it.
Well, where's the key? Sarge?
We'll discuss it over a drink. Go on, be along in a minute. Oh, Tom. Thanks for your help today. Makes a change to see some enthusiasm.
Sarge.
Hi, Mum. Look, I'm going to be a bit later than I said. Probably about 9. No, nothing's wrong. Well, I'll call you later. Okay, bye. Did you want me, Kerry?
Yeah. I just wanted to say well done on the way you handled things today. Getting the boys to play nicely together. It was a pleasure to watch.
You might think that, Kerry. I couldn't possibly comment.
Do you fancy a drink?
Yeah. CID. How serious? Where is she?
It's through there.
Does anyone know what it was about?
I think I display simple good manners.
Not a good practice guide again, Sarge.
Do I treat all people with dignity and respect?
Not me, you don't, no.
As if the job isn't hard enough. I want us to smile now as well. George.
Yeah, just half a mo, Sarge.
George.
Yes, Sarge.
Our uninvited guest from Barton Street wants some room service. Chop, chop.
Oh, is it OK if I finish what I'm doing first? Please? Thank you.
What?
I'm hungry.
Well, didn't Barton Street feed you?
Oh, that was hours ago. It's in the regulations. You've got to feed me.
Yeah, now and again, not all the time. You'll get your breakfast. It's only another 8 hours.
I'm hungry now.
Do you know what I suggest?
What?
Stop kicking the door. It's using up your calories.
Right, Matt?
No.
What?
Mate, look, right pain that Barton Street have dumped on us.
Yeah, I expect he'll be rattling his cage all night.
And if he does, we'll have to treat him with dignity and respect.
What's your point?
We're the ones that have to deal with all the crap. All management can do is think of ways of making our job harder.
Do you give Mr. Monroe this, Jip? Why is it every time I stand in as duty officer, everyone thinks it's time to have a good whinge?
Goes with the job.
So, have we got a space problem tonight?
Yeah, no, not really, Sarge. We've only got 2 in there, plus Forry, and he'll be out in a couple of hours.
How'd you make that up?
Well, his time's nearly up, isn't it, eh? I can't see CID questioning him now.
So it's all settled then, isn't it? OK?
Do you want me to sort him out, Sarge?
No. And George, about Forry. If I want your opinion, I'll ask for it, all right?
All right, Sarge.
What's this?
Get off! Yeah, you shouldn't even bloody be here, should you?
Give us a torch.
What do you mean, get off? Please go in. I've done nothing to you.
What's going on here?
Nothing. Nothing.
How old are you?
And?
Forry, for interview.
Thought you said that wouldn't happen.
It's a bit late, isn't it? Well, you know us, George, never let up.
Fresh info.
Does that mean we're stuck with him longer?
You're still looking for a quiet night, are you?
Well, it's not down to us, is it? Depends what dross the boys and girls bring in. Want to do the honours?
Sarge.
Shut up.
You got talent there, Sarge.
All you need, George. Big right foot. OK, Forry. Question time.
I'm Geordie here in a few minutes.
Ah, life's a bitch, innit?
Well, how Anything's better than listening to that kid.
That's right, mate. You look on the bright side.
Oh, sorry, don't get him too excited. He's got high blood pressure. Yeah?
Yeah.
Never mind. So have I.
What do you reckon's wrong with him, then?
Let's find out. Right, sir. What seems to be the problem? What's your name? Come on, it won't hurt to give us your name.
I want a name.
Let's get him up. Come on, let's get you up.
It's better stay here. If you stay here, you're going to get yourself killed, mate. It's all right, I don't mind. You think I should call an ambulance?
Oh, no, he's all right. We can't waste the hospital's time with every drunk we come across. Come on!
Up you get.
Up you come! There. Let's get him onto the pavement out of harm's way.
Don't let his shoes scrape the floor, he might ignite.
Right, there's a step here. Watch out! Watch out! Oh.
Yeah.
It's OK, Dale. I can manage it. Deal with that lot, will you?
Sarge.
Come on, mate. Come on. Right. Come on, that's it. Hey! Watch out!
Sarge, criminal damage. Passer-by alerted me to him. He was breaking into Peyton Park.
Well, couldn't you just have given him a good talking to?
What with this? Got some valuable birds up there in the aviary, Sarge. Might have been after them.
How old are you, son?
13.
Parents?
No, it's mine.
No. How do we contact your parents?
They won't come, I've checked.
We better start chasing a social worker.
Well, that'd be fun on a Sunday night.
OK, Matt, that's us done. Charge him with 3 cases of burglary, will you?
Yeah, you'll have to hang on a bit.
We should be knocking off. Fancy a pint?
Yeah.
Whoa. Here you are, Georgie. Never lose it, do you?
No.
Give us a bell on the mobile when you need us.
All right for some.
Hi, what about me? I want to get out of this hole.
Let me know bail for you.
You're joking, right?
You're an absconder, you're staying.
Yeah, social worker, please.
I'm a sick man. I need my medication.
Well, we can handle that. According to the FME, you take 2 pills every 6 hours. George, go and get his pills.
Sure.
Right. Address. I see. Strong silent type.
Sarge? Can't see him. They're not there, are they?
No.
Because your police doctor put them back in his bag, didn't he? And then he left.
And you watched him do it?
Look, I need my pills. If you can't supply them, then you've got to let me go where I can get them.
Like where?
Home.
Well, according to our records, you haven't got a home, worse luck. George, get onto the FME, see what he wants to do about it. I need you like a bullet in the brain.
Sarge.
What?
Simple good manners, remember?
This way.
Funny how his legs have gone again, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he couldn't half shift when he was belting down the middle of the road.
Come on, Molly, help us out a bit, eh? Oh, come on, get up! Get up, you can walk! Come on, come on!
Right, OK, thanks. FME's tied up, Sarge. He's finding a new prescription for it at the chemist.
Right, better get down there while it's quiet.
The number, then? Yeah? What? Yeah, thanks. Oh, Sarge, what is all that racket?
Some fat fence who wants grub.
Can't you give him something?
Why? Stop banging now. You don't half pick 'em, don't you, June?
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. We didn't have much choice. We found him lying in the middle of Hoxton Road.
So why not bring him in here? We've got plenty of spare beds.
I want to sit down.
You'll have plenty of time for that, mate.
We reckon his name's Ollie. I think he's Spanish.
What's up with him? Could have done without this, June. Try his pockets, Dale.
Oh, I want aspirin. Give me aspirin. We can't do that. Sorry, sir. Why not? My headache. Yeah, well, we need to call a doctor for that.
That's what I want. I want a doctor. What? Call me doctor.
Thanks, Dale. Look, stick him over there and try and find out what his name is, will you?
Come on, mate.
I can't deal with him now, June. He'll have to wait his turn.
I want a doctor.
Is there no one around? Sarge, can't we do something about the door banger?
You have to wait till George gets back from the chemist.
Do you want me to have a go?
Well, if you think you can succeed where others have failed, be my guest.
Right, let's try yet another number.
Where is my doctor?
He's coming. Get on to Cad, get the for me here. It's going to be one of those nights.
You want me to walk in a straight line? I will. Look, watch.
We're more concerned about your inability to drive in a straight line, actually, sir.
It's a new car. It's got self-correcting steering and suspension. I was just trying it out.
Yeah, heard it all before.
I am not drunk.
Come on, in we go.
Yes, Gary.
Rolling news status, Sarge.
Statter.
Suspected drink and drive.
Exactly. Suspected.
He was swerving all over the Wellesley Road.
I've explained that.
We stopped and spoke with him, but he refused to give us a breath test.
I'm sober.
Anyway, the EBM's kaput.
What does that mean?
The evidential breathalyzer machine's not working, which means you've got to give a urine sample or a blood test.
Blood test?
Yeah, we'll get to that. In the meantime, these have got to be filled out.
This is going to take ages.
And the rest. Got other people to sort out first.
This is a complete waste of time.
Well, look, I've got to stay here for Ollie. Why don't I deal with him?
All right. He's all yours.
Smithy, do you want to go back out with Vicky?
Sarge.
Gary, take him over there. I'll be with you in a minute.
Sarge.
FME's on his way.
Stitched you up as well, have they?
Sit down. Yeah. John Purley, immigration.
I gathered that. Who are these?
2 illegals for an overnighter.
Not for here, they're not.
All been agreed.
Not by me, it hasn't. We're filling up. We can't take any more bodies.
Been okayed. My big chief talked to your big chief. Heathrow's full. You're holding them till they can be flown out tomorrow.
Well, there's no reference to it here.
Do I have to telephone Chief Superintendent Brownlow?
You can phone who you like, mate. There's no provision for 'em here.
I'm not going back out that door with them.
Well, make yourself comfortable. You're going to be here a long time.
OK, talk to Inspector Monroe.
No, you won't.
Inspector Monroe's on a week's leave.
Who's duty officer, then?
Sergeant Cryer.
Get him for me, then.
Say please.
Well, find me someone who is free, then. Don't even think about it.
Bob, it's Matt. Got immigration here. Looks like they've got a problem.
Right. Let's get these filled out, then.
My eyes. Everything blurry.
I know you. Where? Hang on, I'll get it.
I feel sick.
Matthew.
No, not sick. Just gotta lie down.
What's up?
I think he's about to redecorate the custody suite, Sarge.
Not so tired.
Right, well, he's in the way here. Let's get him in a cell.
Shouldn't you process him first?
Yeah, in a minute. You concentrate on the D&D. Hold the fort.
Sarge.
Another cell gone.
Right. What, not for the next 2 hours? Yeah, I will try and find someone else. Haven't got much choice, have I?
There you go. Hold on to him. Right, stick him down there. He's got nowhere to fall.
One chair.
There you go. Oh. Right, turn him over.
I wish I could fall asleep like that. No.
Let's go. No! What do you want? Where are my pills?
Phone Chief Superintendent Brownlow, then.
I'm not prepared to do that at this time of night for a matter like this.
Hiya, Bob.
Doctor.
Well, something's got to be done.
Hiya, Jim. Is your headache?
Hi, Henry. It's a bloke. Oh, how's Ollie?
Oh, he's in the land of nod, Sarge.
Right. In that case, you better do Mr. Neustadt first, because he needs a blood test. Right. Mr. Neustadt, come with us.
What I will do is I'll have another word with Sergeant Boyden, but I'm not promising anything. In here, what the custody officer says goes. Matt. Sorry, can I have a word?
Keep an eye on things, Gary. I'm not taking them, Bob.
Well, you're within your rights.
Damn right I am.
Yeah, but where's that attitude going to get you?
Look, I don't care. I'm sick to the back teeth of Brownlow making arrangements and not letting us know.
And what about those two?
Well, it's nothing to do with me.
But they're probably facing a 15-hour trip tomorrow. I mean, after a 10-hour wait. Look, God knows how long they've been on the road. At the end of their tether. If we take them in, at least they'll get a half-decent night's kip. Perhaps a bite to eat. Thanks, Matt.
Don't thank me, Bob. You always find some smart way of making us do what Brownlow says.
Thought you'd see the light. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, don't hang around. You took your time.
You should have seen the chemist.
Right, these two need to sell each and get rid of those bags.
And can you rustle them out some grub?
Yes, Sarge.
Yeah, better do mate like while you're about it. Give that cell door a rest.
3 bags full, sir.
Better give Forrey's medication.
Do you want me to get the FME to do that, Sarge?
What, is he here?
Yeah, he's in the surgeon's room.
Well, it'd be nice to be kept informed. What's he doing there?
Neustatter's blood test.
Who told him to do that?
Sergeant Ackland, she's in there with him.
Right.
For nothing. Oh, this is doing my brain in, Sarge. I've been trying to get hold of a social worker and got nowhere, and now I'm having the same problem trying to find an appropriate adult.
Have you got an older cousin or something?
Yeah.
Hmm? How old are they?
About 25.
And do you have a number for them? There you go.
Why didn't you say?
What are you doing in here?
We're doing Mr. Neustatter's blood test.
Well, I can see that. I called the doc for Ollie.
But Ollie's asleep.
Well, wake him up.
I think it might...
Well, don't think, June. I'm running this place tonight, not you. When you finish, Doc, I've got another prisoner I want you to see. June will explain.
Right. It's your lucky night. I'm cooking up. Chicken curry or lamb stew?
Oh, I don't want any of your heated-up police muck. Look, get me a couple of pizzas, dock it out me money.
No chance. Now, do you want to choose or do you want what you're given?
That lady sergeant promised.
We're too busy.
She said I could have a takeaway if I stopped me banging. Want me to start again?
All right, go on then. What do you want?
Anything, as long as it's got no anchovies.
Right, anything. As long as it's got plenty of anchovies.
We'll set him off again.
Oh, search me, Sarge. What about Forrey's medication?
FME's going to do it when he's checked Ollie.
Right. Aye, aye. Things are hotting up. Paul, can I use the phone? I've got to order some pizzas.
Not now.
Pizzas?
Yeah, well, apparently Sergeant Ackland promised Matelock he could have one.
I don't believe it.
Come, Paul.
Stop! You've got to be joking. Use the one in the office.
She is.
Go! Can I have
Fat chance.
You all right? You all right?
Turn it in. It's not enough cells for this lot.
Difference of opinion down Spicer Street, Sarge.
Right, who's been doing what to whom?
These two were kicking this one.
She hit us first.
Because you spat at me.
Because you was giving it away.
No, I weren't.
You do it for the price of a pack of fags.
So I can if I wanna. Oh, now perhaps you can't.
All right, shut it! Then we can all get what we want, which is you lot walking straight back out the door.
Hello. My name's Chundley. This is Mr. Field.
What can I do for you, Mrs. Chundley?
Oh, Di? Mrs. Chundley and Mr. Field are two of our most respected lay visitors. I expect they want to inspect our cells.
Right, I'll just ring through.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Di. We at Sunhill pride ourselves on giving our lay visitors the unheralded access to which they are fully entitled. Shall I show you through?
Thank you, Reg.
Lay visitors, why didn't Reg ring through?
You tend to the office, I'll do the things here.
Right. Quarters at rather a busy time, Mrs. Chunley.
That's what we like to do.
Well, I think we all know the way. Should we get on with it? You go back where you came from, Reg.
All right, Reg, can we do that later, please? Reg, later.
Cheers, mate.
Right, OK, let's have a bit of common sense, can we? Right, get those two apart. You, over there.
Where are my pizzas?
Can you step back, please? They're on their way. You've got some visitors.
I want me bloody pizzas!
Right, Nick.
Excuse me.
Pack it in! Pack it in! That is enough! That's enough! Pack it in! It's enough!
Come on, Mickey. Yeah. Right, quiet! Enough!
Right, well, Sergeant Cryer seems to have it sorted. Should we have a look at another cell?
That man is dead.
George! Get a doctor.
Ah, Bob. I need to talk to you about what happened last night.
About the man who died, sir?
Yes. I mean, I know he was rushed to hospital. That's purely academic. Still a death in custody.
Yes, we are aware of that, sir. We are anticipating an investigation.
I mean, with all the emphasis we have on integrity and good practice guidelines, I thought I'd better seize the initiative. I've called in the CIB. You got a problem with that?
No, sir. Just the man only died a few hours ago, and it's not as if anyone's made a formal complaint yet.
Well, Ollie was a vagrant. I suppose they ever will.
So what's the hurry?
Well, I just wanted to sort of seize the initiative. Make sure that everybody realised that we've got nothing to hide.
We haven't.
Yes. Yes, I know that. But in the current climate. Anyway, let's get this thing sorted out as quickly as possible.
And when might we expect CIB in, sir?
They're here now. You might let June and Matthew know. I don't want them getting caught on the hop and panicking.
Sir, and do you want to make any special arrangements for them?
No, I've set aside interview room 1 for their sole use. There's a DCI Fiona Salford and a DS Ben Dawn. Do you know them?
No, sir.
No, neither do I. Still, I expect they'll sort things out. This would have to happen when Inspector Monroe's away, wouldn't it? Still, I'm sure you'll cope with things. Have we had a positive ID on the body yet?
No, sir.
What could you see to that? I'll tell you, Bob, with the area breathing down my neck, this death in custody couldn't have come at a worse moment.
I'm sure it wasn't ideal timing for Ollie either. CIB are in.
Already?
Yeah.
It's not the question that worries me. It's what comes afterwards. You know what they're like at the moment. They'll always dig something up.
Matt, give me one good reason why CIB should charge you or June with the disciplinary offence. It's routine. CIB are going to be asking straightforward questions to establish exactly what happened, that's all.
Yeah, but why so soon?
Mr. Brownlow's idea. He wants it all done and dusted.
Well, it only happened last night. We've hardly had time to draw breath.
Apparently, it's his way of saying that he has every confidence in us all.
Well, he's got a funny way of showing it.
Seems like a lot of aggro over a dead wino.
Bob Cryer. Ben Dalton, CIB.
Good afternoon. Sergeants June Ackland and Matthew Boyden.
Notifications for questioning.
Cheers.
Expecting these, were you?
Well, yeah, but not quite so soon. What's the big rush? It's not exactly a murder case.
We treat all deaths in custody as suspicious until the contrary is established.
Got everything you want?
Yeah, thanks. This is the order in which we want to interview people. Sorry, we can't be more time specific.
Fine.
As you were the arresting officer, DCI Salford would like to start with you. Interview room 1, please.
Oh, right.
Off the record, what was this chap Wally's condition like on his arrival in custody?
Oh, we don't talk off the record.
I see. That goes for your dead wino remark too, does it?
Brilliant. Bloody brilliant.
Dale? Have you got a job to go to?
Sorry, Sarge. That's CIB.
Yeah. I want to see everyone who was in custody last night. You're next. There's nothing to worry about. Just tell it as it happened.
Cool, Sarge. Actually, I was hoping to catch Sergeant Ackland before she went in.
And why is that?
I wanted to go over what happened at the time of arrest with her.
Right, you're going to drop her in it?
I want to get the story straight, that's all.
Wouldn't worry a head about Sergeant Ackland. Shook him up smelling of roses, whatever.
You better stay close at hand.
Sarge. Maybe that's what we should be doing, getting our story straight.
I don't think that'll be necessary, Matt.
We need to build up a log of events concerning all police contact with a sick prisoner. The fuller the picture we get, the better. And then, if matters do go further, we have all the information to hand.
Yes, I understand.
Let's start right at the beginning, with how you came to arrest Ollie.
PC Smith and I were in the Panda doing a routine beat check when we came across Ollie just lying in the middle of the road.
And you decided to move him?
Our priority was safeguarding Ollie from any passing traffic. He was very drunk.
And what made it so obvious?
Oh, his behaviour. His breath.
And PC Smith thought the same?
As far as I know, yes.
You asked his opinion?
No.
Why not?
Because I think I've been enough years in the job to know a lay-down drunk when I see one.
Was it your intention to arrest Ollie for being drunk and disorderly?
My intention was to get him onto the pavement and out of harm's way. Unfortunately, there were also some youths gathering.
How old were they?
14 to 16. They were encouraging Ollie to muck us about, and at first I thought he was playing up to them. Later, however, I changed my mind. I think he was scared of them.
So you thought Ollie was in danger?
Yes. I mean, not only from passing traffic, there was a chance that he was going to get a kicking too.
So you arrested Ollie for his own safety?
Yes.
June, you were team sergeant. Wouldn't it have been better to let PC Smith make the arrest?
Yes, it would, but Dale had his hands full dealing with the gang of youths.
You didn't consider waiting until PC Smith was free again?
I didn't have a chance. Ollie ran back and lay down in the middle of the road again.
He ran?
Yes.
You mentioned the risk from the passing traffic. Did it not occur to you that an accident might have already happened?
There was no indication of that. He was just very drunk.
Well, did you examine him for any possible head wounds?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm a police sergeant and not a doctor.
Did you consider calling an ambulance?
Yes, I considered it, but there was so clearly nothing physically wrong with Ollie. I mean, he was running about.
Out of interest, as we don't have this man's real name, why did you settle on Ollie?
Yeah, well, that was just a bit of a bad joke. The kids were calling out Olay as he dodged between the cars.
June, it was because you were arresting officer that you came to be lending Sergeant Boyden a hand in custody. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
CIB are going to interview last night's prisoners. I'm going to get a great character reference from them, innit?
It's not going to make any difference. No one's made a complaint.
Well, let's hope not. Don't fancy my chances against Matelock, Forrie and the Three Toms. One of which gives it away for the price of a packet of fags.
Well, you've got your 2 lay visitors. They'll put in a good word for you. How was that?
Like being grilled by a couple of school kids.
Well, you know what they say when the policemen start to look young, June.
Oh, thanks, Matthew.
So do they want to see anyone else yet?
No, Dale's in there now. It was like they were trying to shift the blame onto me.
God forbid.
What's up with you, Matthew?
I was the custody officer. Anything goes wrong, it's down to me. That's what's up.
You keep your hair on. No one's made a complaint. These CIB interviews are purely procedural. We should think of them as being on our side with this one.
Yeah, well, it doesn't feel like that.
If Salford and Dalton do their job and get down exactly what happened, you 2 will be exonerated. You did the right thing.
Well, I've had my interview. I'm off to see Roland Neustadt.
The drink drive?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he reckoned he knew Ollie.
What, supposedly sober Neustadt was totally legless?
I think it's worth a try.
Neustadt is on bail. If you want to see him, you're going to have to get it authorised.
I'm simply trying to establish the dead man's identity.
Yes, but we have got people working on that, June.
And have they come up with anything?
You won't get any joy out of Neustadt. You've just done him for drink drive.
I'll take that risk.
And it's going to look great on us, you interfering with one of CIB's witnesses, but don't let that bother you.
She's having a bit of a tough time of it, Matt.
Really?
Look, I don't think everything's OK with her on the home front. Have you heard anything about this new boyfriend?
Bob, I'm not interested in her problems.
Then why are you being so hard on her?
She brought the wino in. Look, she says CIB are blaming her. What makes her think that?
Oh.
Let me make sure I've got this right. Before you first moved Ollie from the middle of the road, you say you suggested calling an ambulance.
It was just an idea.
But Sergeant Ackland didn't agree.
Well, no. But later, Ollie was running around like a maniac. So the sergeant was obviously right. He was just plain ratted.
But at the time Sergeant Ackland came to that conclusion about not calling an ambulance, neither of you had actually seen Ollie move at all, had you?
Not really. But as I've said, she was right in the long run.
Was she?
Well, you certainly score 100 out of 100 for barefaced cheek. 3 minutes ago, she's nicking my driving license. Now she wants me to help her with her inquiries.
All I want to know, Mr. Neustatter, is where you knew Ollie from.
Sorry. Make your own inquiries.
Look, I didn't want to come here, but I came because a man has died and he may have a family. Now, if he has, I think they have a right to know, regardless of whatever differences you and I might have.
Wait. His name's not Ollie. It's Dario. A few years back, he used to own a good little restaurant. Great place. We all used to go there. Then he tried to go upmarket, swished it up, called it La Casa Dario. Wasn't so good. We stopped going.
And where is La Casa Dario?
Gurney Street, about halfway up.
Oh, I appreciate you being so helpful.
That's for him. Dario was all right. I was sorry to see him in such bad shape. That's why I didn't remember him at first. Great pity. He used to be a good laugh.
Not anymore, he's not.
Sergeant Boyden, before the doctor arrived, you had already bedded Ollie down in his cell.
That's right.
But you hadn't processed him?
No, because it was a temporary measure. He badly needed somewhere to lie down.
What was wrong with the main custody area? You could have kept an eye on him there.
It was busy. I thought it would be best if he was out of harm's way.
That hardly proved to be the case, did it?
No, Mom.
When the FME did arrive, did you take him to see Ollie straight away?
No, Mom.
Can you explain that?
There was a sudden influx of prisoners, and I was temporarily without my jailer.
PC Garfield. He'd been collecting a prisoner's medication, Ma'am.
Another officer was chasing an appropriate adult for a juvenile. We had 2 illegal immigrants dumped on us, a drink drive to be processed, and 3 Toms started fighting. On top of everything else, we had the added burden of showing 2 lay visitors around.
But we've already been told that the FME was in the custody area for some time before all of this.
Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't know about that. I wasn't on the desk when the FME arrived. Sergeant Ackland was. She was lending a hand.
At the desk?
That's right. She took the FME directly to the police surgeon's room to deal with the drink drive. She didn't tell me about that. It was a while before I knew he was there.
But you had called the FME specifically for Ollie?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
You say you had 2 illegal immigrants dumped on you. What makes you use that turn of phrase?
It's just that we weren't expecting them.
Why not?
Chief Superintendent Brownlow had arranged it with immigration personally. We weren't informed.
Sergeant Boyden, would you say conditions last night were unduly stressful?
No more than usual. We were coping.
No, Sergeant Boyden, I don't think you were. A man who had been put into your care for his own safety was left alone in a cell to die. Or do you call that coping?
Heard you the first time.
Mrs. Bragazzi?
Yeah? What do you want?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Can I come in?
was he doing in the police station in the first place? Why didn't you take him to hospital?
Well, I was more concerned for your husband's safety. He was drunk. He was wandering in the road.
Well, he was hardly safe in the police station. He's dead now.
Mrs. Brigazzi, all anyone did was try and look after your husband, and there's an investigating team looking into it right now if you're worried.
What are they investigating if you did nothing wrong?
It's standard procedure after any death in custody. I can assure you that nothing untoward happened to your husband.
Nothing untoward? Do you think I'm completely stupid? I don't believe a word you're telling me. I want to speak to somebody in charge.
Hi, Bob. How's it all going?
Well, we're still trying to establish the dead man's identity, sir. No progress yet. June and Matt have had their interviews.
Any problems?
Well, they're not too happy with them, sir.
Well, that's usual with the CIB. Everybody feels they're being got at. I just had a thought. Is it worth putting out any feelers about the FME?
Sir?
Well, I mean, these doctors are always dashing around, you know, getting stressed, making mistakes. Might be some mileage in it. Anyway, keep me informed, will you? Oh, hi, George.
Sir? Sergeant Ackland's found out who Ollie was.
Good.
Could you come down to the front office, Sarge?
Why?
Well, she's brought his wife in.
Excellent. Should be able to identify the body.
Well, no, Sarge, you see, you don't understand. The wife's shouting and ranting, saying she's going to sue us for everything we've got. She's here to lodge a formal complaint.
You don't admit it was your fault?
I can justify every single thing I did concerning Ollie.
I bet you can. What did you say to CIB?
I said that there may have been factors I didn't know about at the time, but that I acted in good faith. What did you say? How did you explain shoving Ollie in that cell by himself without even processing him?
June, this isn't helping.
Oh, you're so squeaky clean. Every problem we've got is down to you. Why did you bring Dario into custody when you could have taken him straight to casualty? If you'd done that, he'd still be alive.
Matt, this is out of order.
Yeah, and he might have died anyway.
Not in one of my cells.
This is getting us nowhere.
You bring a sick man in, I get the doctor, what do? Drag him off to some crumpy drink drive and don't let me know.
Matt.
We tell you not to meddle? You dig up some woman who files a complaint.
Can we save our energy for the investigation?
There wouldn't be an investigation if it wasn't for her. Not my fault.
I don't need this.
And I don't need what I'm going to get. I could get suspended for this.
Will you shut up, the pair of you? Listen. Going at each other's throats achieves nothing. And what's the panic? Nobody is going to get suspended. Now, you two have worked well together for years now. Do you want to throw that all away? Eh? I ask you, you want to reflect on that?
I need some air.
You shouldn't have said that.
Don't you tell me what I can and can't say. Last night when I needed backup, you gave me zero. You're nothing but an old woman that does exactly what Brownlow says.
Oh.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, June.
You here for CIB?
Don't do interviews. All they get from us is a written statement. Now I've got your Barton Street prisoner to see. Matelock. He's hurt his foot.
Yeah, court's given him back to us for 3 days.
Bad luck about the other night.
Yeah. Henry, you don't have an in with anybody from Casualty at St Hugh's.
Why?
I'd really like to know a bit more about Dario's death. They tried operating, so they must have reached some conclusions. What I really need to know is whether he could have been involved in an accident prior to his arrest.
I'm afraid you'll have to wait for the post-mortem like the rest of us.
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, by the way, watch your back. Bob Cryer says that our chief super's angling to see if you can be held to blame.
We won't be the first to try that dodge. Won't help him, though. Still, thanks for the warning. June, I do know one of the casualty consultants. I'll see what I can find out for you.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, Matthew.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Chanley.
Oh, hello. How are the interviews going? Everything satisfactory?
Well, as it stands, all three of your sergeants could be deemed at fault.
Frankly, I find that very hard to credit.
Of course, there could be mitigating circumstances. If, for instance, inadequate management had created problems, then any culpability would extend further up.
Well, you must obviously do what you feel fit. However, if you come to those conclusions, you can rest assured we'll defend our working practices vigorously. That DCI Salver's trying to make a name for herself.
Well, I'm sure it's going to get sorted out in the wash, sir.
Not unless we do something about it. It's one thing getting our knuckles wrapped over shortcomings in procedure. Quite another if we get blamed for this wretched man's death. I tell you, that little DCI's got a question mark hanging over all three of you. The thing is, Boppers, acting duty officer, the responsibility is ultimately down to you.
Well, I'm fully aware of that, sir.
I mean, June and Matthew have had their interviews, but I doubt if they've seen the full picture.
And what exactly is the full picture?
The relief. Can you imagine what would happen if you or all three of you were suspended?
I'm sure it's not going to come to that, sir.
I mean, the last thing Sunhill needs is this thing going to a full inquiry. Don't have dirty linen washed in public.
Well, I'll give you that.
The thing is, Bob, I suspect that June and Matthew have just covered their own backsides with the CIB. And their self-justifications just fan the flames. When it comes to your interview, we need to do a lot better.
Sir?
I mean, somebody needs to take responsibility. If there have been faults, and I gather there have, then we need to admit them. You know, play the old, we all make mistakes, we're only human card.
Well, I intend to be completely candid, sir.
Good. Well, that should take the wind out of their sails. I mean, those at the top know the score. They know we get deaths in custody and it's nobody's fault necessarily.
No, sir.
Good. That's good to know I can trust you. Well, I suppose I better have a word with June and Matthew.
Right, sir.
Just to let them know they've got my full support.
They're going to interview me about you. I can't wait.
Oh, what's going on? I've just had my ear bent by Mr. Brownlow.
No surprises there.
It seems that he will only support us if we put our hands up and say that everything that went wrong in here is down to us.
And Bob's suggesting we do just that.
Makes sense.
Well, not to me it doesn't. It's blackmail.
No, it's realism.
Is that how you think too?
Well, I've got no choice, have I? I've been dumped in it.
Well, you two may be prepared to kowtow to Mr. Brownlow, but I'm not. And I'm not waiting round here like a lamb for the slaughter either.
June, there is no way out.
I'm going to try and get that complaint lifted.
If you go near Mrs. Bragazzi, you bring the roof down on all our heads.
I'm sorry, Bob. It's a matter of principle. It's something you once used to care about.
St. June.
How dare you come back here after what you did?
I'm just trying to make some kind of sense of all this.
Why? What's it to you? What would happen if I telephoned the police station and told them you were harassing me?
Then I'd be in very big trouble. Mrs. Bragazzi, when I first saw your husband, it was late at night and he was lying in the middle of the road. Now, I and another police officer, we tried to get him to safety out of the way of passing cars, but he refused to move. He wanted to stay where he was. I may well have made mistakes, and if I did, I deeply regret them. But whatever I did or didn't do, I didn't put Dario there where he was.
Maybe I went a bit over the top with June.
Am I still an old woman?
Oh, hello, Doc. What can I do for you?
Fine, Mr. George. Is June Ackland about?
No, she's not. I can take a message for you, though, if you like.
No, better not. Is Bob Cryer in?
Yeah, I'll see if I can contact him.
Who can tell why these things happen? One minute you've got a thriving business, and the next you can't meet the bills. We started drinking more and more and arguing all the time. Got to the stage where I didn't know whether we were drinking because of the arguments or arguing because of the drink. You didn't kill my husband. I did.
Don't put that on yourself, Mrs. Brigazzi.
No. My husband had cirrhosis. The doctor said if he didn't give up the booze, it'd kill him, and he was right, it did.
You can't blame yourself for that.
Oh, yes, I can. I could have made Dario give up, but I didn't. I wasn't going to drink alone. I make mistakes. One day he walked out, never came back. He preferred being on the streets to being with me.
What was your doctor's name? Would you mind if I called him?
Don't worry. I'll give you the name so you can check out what I'm saying. You can forget the complaint. I'll withdraw it tomorrow.
Now, look, I really wouldn't want to influence you on that.
No? That's what you came for, isn't it?
Well, that clinches it. We're off the hook.
And your other little foray paid off as well. Henry, the FME.
Oh, yeah, did he get in touch?
Yeah. The casualty consultant said there was no evidence that Dario had been injured or maltreated before he was admitted into St. Hugh's. But more significantly, from our point of view, the brain scan showed that the blood clot was just a disaster waiting to happen. Any inquiry into Dario's death is going to clear us.
Yeah. He still might not have died if I'd got him straight to hospital.
Oh, well, if he'd have given up drinking and stopped living rough and gone back to the wife, yeah.
Look, the man was lying in the middle of the road, waiting to be run over. If you ask me, Dario couldn't get off this planet quick enough.
Still doesn't make me feel any better, though.
Look, June. About what I said yesterday. I'm sorry. I was out of order.
No, you were right. I was wrong.
What, are you admitting you make mistakes?
Yeah, well, enjoy it while you can, Matthew, because I don't intend to make a habit of it.
Yeah, Dario's death got to us more than I realised.
Yeah, and you know why? Because we all know there'll be a disaster like that waiting to happen again and again and again.
Of course there will. How can we tell the difference between someone who's drunk and got a medical condition?
Yeah, and there are always going to be people like Dalton and Salford to pick some hole in the custody records.
I tell you, Bob, it's getting so you need a Valium sandwich to do this job.
And what backup do we get? Yeah, management tells us to plead guilty so they don't have to face any awkward questions.
Or maybe we don't have to do that. When a situation like this occurs, we usually bend over backwards to avoid being hauled up in front of a disciplinary board and getting charged.
Too right.
But this time we've got nothing to fear. So maybe in my interview, that's exactly what I invite them to do.
What? Get them to charge us?
Well, maybe not go that far, but thanks to June's information, we've got nothing to fear. We're in the clear. But Brownlow doesn't know that. He thinks there's going to be a full inquiry, and he's going to be sweating. So maybe this is our chance to get all these problems out into the open.
Nice idea.
Yeah, come in.
Sergeant Cryer.
Yeah. You ready?
Yes, please.